Of course, Soul, May's Dolphin is overall a lot easier to handle.
Yes.
Specifically for Soul. Soul can handle a lot better with his different buttons, his 2S, his 6S. Obviously, his 6S blows it up incredibly. So we're going to see how both these players are going to be able to really flesh each other out here.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Alpha start up backdash here from Maigo, which is usually a great way to start against Soul. You want to try and control the space, and it's okay to give a little bit of real estate, but maybe not that much there.
Yeah, and Blue Boy's already got the corner pressure, but there's the 6P hitting incredibly late there on the Faf here, allowing Maigo to make just enough space.
5K dashed up afterwards. It's good to give away a little bit of damage for some extra room, but again, the far slash is able to connect. Blue Boy, great anti-air, and that should be enough to kill, actually.
Yep, should go straight into super here. No! It looks like he wanted to get it, but he just missed the input. And this might come back to bite him. He's had to spend the burst there. It's so unfortunate.
Wakes up with the super. It's going to be an easy jump here from Maigo, but the PRC and the cross up with the 5K.
Yeah, so Blue Boy able to take the round. Unfortunately, he lost the burst doing it, and that is something that you hate to see. So now he's going into the second round without burst, which is going to be a great advantage for Maigo.
So cross up with the standing D. Dash back on the heavy slash. Good just blocks here, but the just blocks unfortunately not being followed up by much. Kind of giving Soul more room to press.
Yeah, and Maigo's trying to play this air game, you know, that classic May air game, but Blue Boy is just willing to sit there. He's not moving, he's not chasing, he's waiting for that perfect opportunity to stick the 5K for the anti-air and convert off of it.
We get another connection here. The RC should be enough again. Blue Boy's gotta execute here. No, the Gunflame is not enough. Pixel life left for Maigo.
He's gonna RC here, try to go for the low into the overhead, but gets counter hit, fully charged dust, and this is where him not having burst factors in. Look at all that damage. It's not over yet. Maigo can take this with one conversion.
But that was such a nice block into the reversal 5K for the counter hit. Maigo bet it all on that one. And getting counter hit, jumping heavy at that distance as May, being able to have the, I guess, the recognition to know that the reset with the 5D is so believable in that situation.
Absolutely. I mean, it almost took him the round there. But Blue Boy able to have great defense there at the end, block the fast overhead, and just punishing with a 5K, 3 frames, you know? Not much you can do against that.
Yeah, absolutely. So with the first game in the books, Blue Boy has to find something here. I mean, a lot of it has come down to, like you said, is willing to play patiently, is never feeling pressed to go up to find May.
Yeah, that's definitely something you'll notice. When May is in the air, he's just standing there. But there's a big counter hit right off the bat with the 5H.
Yeah, I was trying to go for round start into Vortex. Does not work out. Snare dash backs on the heavy, just continuing to control space here. Maigo's doing so much better here in the second game.
Yeah, and again, we're seeing that Maigo, when he's able to get these air hits into counter hits, he's not able to convert into anything really big off of them, which is just allowing Blue Boy to get back into the fight and push things back to a neutral situation.
A couple really unfortunate hits in a row, though, from Maigo. Not able to convert a couple of these. Good cross-up, and goes for the 5D afterwards.
Yeah, I like the way that Maigo is using May's air options there to just kind of keep themselves in the air and then get that backdash.
5K. Oh, he blocks the Fafnir. That should be enough, actually.
Oh, but drops the RC. Blue Boy's going to go ahead and burst there. Wants this round really bad.
Bursting after the drop, though. A little tough. You have to secure this round now. Maigo's invested too many resources.
Yep, and there's the 50 meter. Didn't even have to spend it. Got the low and spent it for the style points at the end there.
So able to take that first round, as you said. Dashes backwards into Dolphin. That's been the opening gambit for Maigo almost every round.
Yeah, and Blue Boy's starting to catch on to it. There's the anti-air dust. We're going into a full wall break coming here. No, the 5K kicks him over to the other side.
Air-to-air jumping K here from Maigo. Doing a good job of stifling the Soul pressure when he does try to go up.
Yeah, and see, here it is. Even more patience. Like you said, not pressed to move on in.
Oh, little stagger. Sometimes the smallest staggers are the deadliest. Maigo tried to take a shot, but they're jumping D.
And that's the kind of conversion that Maigo wants to see there. You saw a lot of the times they were hitting that 2K, but not able to pick anything off of it.
Oh, gets the fully charged 5D again.
Oh, tried to bait the burst a little too hard there. Should have just gone for it, but there's another burst day with the up Dolphin. Remember, that is safe. You cannot burst against up Dolphin after it hits.
Yeah, Maigo just doing a really good job there. I mean, credits to Boy not going for the burst in that situation really saves yourself an incredible resource. But unfortunately, as soon as that up dolphin connects, what you have to do there for your burst is you have to wait until they get close enough to try and confirm it. You can't do it after the dolphin. Like you said, it pushes her far enough back to where almost always, I'd say over 9 times out of 10, that burst will whiff unless your timing is just impeccable.
Yeah, absolutely. And if he didn't mess up that burst there, this could have easily gone to Boy. Both these players pretty evenly matched up so far in the way that they're adapting to each other, the way they're playing neutral. Neither players have been making too many crazy adjustments, but what they're doing is working for both of them.
That's more about just picking your spots and good timing on when you're choosing to be aggressive here.
Yeah, and Boy, one thing to point out, he has been on point with these 5Ks. He's not been whiffing them at all, just consistently. Oh, nice little burst bait there, going for the 2K, fast recovery to try and bait it out. There's the air throw. Yeah, Maigo's starting to get a little too predictable with their air movement here.
Throw into the corner here, 2H into the beach ball, trying to steal the turn. 5K actually beats the beach ball. Afterwards, the OTG might go back in pressure, but mid-screen, so it's okay, able to jump out.
Oh, doesn't fully charge the 5D and no RC on it.
Oh, trying to use a little bit of movement tricks there. Does manage to get something out of Boy. Gets counter hit. Again, a little too far.
Oh, the just block allowing him to land close enough to get the close slash. Yeah, got a PRC, trying to go for the air throw, a little too high.
Yeah, able to jump over the vortex though. Fake gun flame into the far slash. 2H from that distance.
The trade, that could have been devastating. Up dolphin to go over the gun flame, but just a little too slow. Yeah, there it is. Gets chipped out, it looks like, or maybe got hit overhead.
Yeah, Maigo, either way, I mean, the beach ball is a great call. It's a long-lasting projectile time, so being able to make him FD for an incredibly long period of time there.
And this offense now for Maigo with the anti-airs and just the challenges, consistently getting counter hits.
Block on the 6H, PRC, challenge straight away from the 5K. Can't leave too big a gaps there. He'll swing every time. For good reason, too.
Yeah, but there's a clean 6P, but unfortunately isn't able to convert off of it. But Maigo's going to go ahead and get the OTG.
Oh my god, the defense here from Boy.
Blocks the other side. Oh, there's the YRC on the whiff 5H too. That's unfortunate.
Got the throw from so far away. Press to the corner now. 2H into Bandit Bringer.
And Boy has the meter and burst.
Oh, and 5D again. Maigo is somehow managing to find. I've never seen a Mei land this many 5Ds before.
I know. Boy is just getting caught crouching way too much here. I mean, it's understandable, though. It is kind of scary for Mei to hit you with like a 2K, 2D, you know, and get that knockdown and start running that offense on you. So I kind of don't blame him for just holding down back. But at this point, Boy needs to make some adjustments and start watching his dome a lot more. Because that's spelling the doom of him in these matchups.
Yeah, a lot of them have been round-ending 5Ds. So yeah, you just got to be a little more careful, be more cognizant, and react to standing up, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with down backing against Mei in a lot of these situations. It's more just weighing when you should mash to potentially stop a throw or being able to reaction stand up to things like that. That'll, like, if you see like a heavy up dolphin, jumping up to block it is preferable. So there's a lot of stuff. It's a lot about playing reactionary defense against Mei.
Yeah, you summed it up perfectly. Reactionary defense is kind of how you have to fight this character for sure.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Right.
Oh, the clash and the dolphin actually wins out there.
Yeah, Boy feeling a little more spicy, trying to go on the offense now at these round starts. Normally in the earlier games, we've seen him really be laid back at the round start, willing to be very patient, but now he's starting to put in the aggression, and that is where Soul really shines.
That's going to be a broken wall here with the Fafnir. Lots of life down from Maigo. 2S at the reset of round start.
Oh, they counter to the dolphin, run up and baits the burst.
I'm not sure how he knew there, but just seemed to have the answer. He's going to be able to break the wall and actually kill there. Had 200 meter, didn't need any.
Boy definitely thought an overhead kiss was coming.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely agreed. It's the throw punish here. Huge, terrible situation here for Boy.
No conversion off of the counter hit 5H. Pushed him out just a little too far, but there's the counter hit up dolphin, break the wall with the 6H. we're going to get that positive bonus and already sitting on 50 meter. This is not looking good for Bullboy.
Yeah, and that round was really lost off of a 2K 2D, and then Maigo delays into up Dolphin. Leo is so much more threatening on his advantage situation.
Yeah, and we're seeing right off the bat, too. Air Dior just backing off. There's the flash kick early on. Already has the corner positioning. This is not where May wants to be. Oh, that back turn standing P is such a strong tool for Leo. It is a fantastic anti-air that you don't see used too often, but when it is used, it's used so effectively.
Break the wall, the OTG, so much damage to come down.
And run through. There it is.
Yeah, Dior going for the run through. Try to look for the power bomb. Is going to have to burst off of that, off the counter hit Dolphin.
Yeah, and looking for that power bomb incredibly early, too. Normally, you see Leo players definitely want to establish more pressure before going for that, but this is going to be a wall break right here from Skylar.
What an incredible punish on the flash kick there. Had to go for the DRC. Another DP to come through. Dior doesn't get the kill off of it, though.
Oh, no! Accidentally hits the shield button, isn't able to convert the combo.
3K not safe even from there. Had to FD, but unfortunately tries to challenge in an ill-fated place. That's another round here for Dior.
And Dolphin, right at the start, run up overhead kiss. You have to learn how to tech out of those situations or else you are going to get thrown.
Burst.
Yeah, Skylar bursting there, got put in the corner and immediately burst. Didn't want to even give Air Dior a chance to think about baiting it. Had to get back to that neutral situation. And here we go. Skylar has already changed up sides. Again, immediate burst. You'll see so much in this game that when people are put into the corner, they will immediately burst to just not be in that position. It's one of the most common places to burst.
Missed execution on the super, though, and then the counter hit. Dior looking kind of tough here. Yeah, RC is going to be enough to kill here. Skylar going to keep this even here. One round apiece. First game, really impactful here.
I'll get hitting him with just the tip of the run through there. OTG with the 2K. Tries to go for the throw, but Skylar's playing May. They love to jump. You have to be ready for that.
And staying very evasive in a lot of these situations. Dashing up again and just doing a really good job of the in and out. Is threatening enough to get Dior off his charge, but not enough to be committed. Super to break the wall.
Yep, and we're going to get positive bonus and a great open situation here. Are we going to see a run through maybe? It's all about which side. There it is.
Both players have access to burst now. That's going to be the burst early. Dior, oh, spends it straight away. And it's just like you said, when you feel pressured, sometimes you want to burst early just to rush back to your feet. Skylar had a feeling.
Yeah, that was something I was going to mention before things got kind of crazy in that match, is that now that both players have already early on established the moment they get put in the corner, they're going to burst, you have to keep a mental note of that. All right, I put them in the corner. They immediately bursted. Next time I do it, I have to be ready because they've shown that they're willing to do that. And a lot of players really will, they have places they like to burst, and they will consistently burst over and over in those areas. So you have to punish them for it. Notice that and punish them.
But the next game coming up, Dior so close on so many situations, but unfortunately, like we said, hasn't been able to. I think a lot of this has been, the mix-up game from Dior has been strong, but hasn't been lasting. A lot of Leo players are, I need the mix-up game here from Dior to be a little more long-term.
You need to be a blender.
Yeah, it's got to be longer.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows how great, though, that Air Dior's defense is able to get out of all those situations.
Okay, trying to go for the beach ball. Comes over to S. Counter hit, but no follow-up.
Oh, trying to shield the beach ball there. All right, see, there it is. Burst right in the corner right away. And Skylar almost getting an anti-air there, but that should be the round. OTG 6H, there it is. But yeah, you see, again, Air Dior immediately burst the moment that they got put into the corner. That is 3 times that burst has been spent on immediately being put in the corner.
DP tried to go for the overhead kiss. Now this back turn, this is the kind of blender that we need. This is what we were missing from Dior, and Dior starting to cash out now.
I like that. He dashed forward 2D'd to not only push himself a little bit forward to get better positioning, but if May tried to stick out any buttons, that would have been a massive counter hit, probably leading to the end of the round.
Okay, got the DP.
Doesn't go for the side switch.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it mid-screen. It looked like looking for the parry, but it's mistimed. What a confirm there. The corner carry on that was incredible, but it's not going to matter here. And I love Dior's aware, the little stagger.
Yep, just enough. But a smart 2 from Skylar to hold on to that burst for the second round.
Oh, tried to DP out of the plus frames there, is forced to burst. Continuing nice blocks on these cross-ups, and then a reversal dolphin to escape.
Take me away. Get me out of this mix-up.
So many good decisions there on defense from Skylar. Might net the round here. Dior's got a lot of work to do.
Oh, just overhead straight into low.
Yeah, that 2K spaced, honestly, just spaced so well. A lot of the times, that seems to be the greatest strength of May now, is that a lot of the time you didn't feel pressured to block. After an overhead from May, she would instant air dash in, like jumping heavy, things like that. 2K never seemed like a threat. 2K 2D up dolphin being like a viable, workable route now has opened up her empty jump low game incredible, like unreasonably.
Yeah, she may not be as relentless with the dolphins as she used to be, but she is definitely scarier in the different ways that she can get her game going, you know?
Yes.
The way that she can score a knockdown now. Which in itself is honestly a little more terrifying than just having to constantly challenge Dolphin. All right, we're going into our potentially final game here, unless Air Dior can, you know, make some adjustments here. He's not playing terribly. Like, he's playing this matchup well. It's just that Skylar is outplaying him in these specific situations. The down
Skylar,
back,
yeah.
Both these players charging.
How to approach a down backing May, dude. Hit with the first dolphin. Nice block on the no cross up and jumps over. That throw has not been successful from Air at all, and it's hard to fault Air for going for that throw situation, but Skylar's been so on top of it.
And I love that, using the run through to go underneath the up dolphin and change sides.
Up dolphin dashes backwards to bait, but mistimes the button, actually gets a cross up.
Got that just block, but wasn't prepared for it to get the punish. But that's all right, here we go. Has the corner positioning, YRC to create some space.
Block, DP, again, no punish for Skylar this time though. Gotta raise that consistency here.
And I kind of like that too from Skylar just going in when you see Leo back turn. Leo cannot block while in back turn stance. He has that parry, but that's just about all he has.
Yeah, forcing an opponent to make a guess in situations like that can be so strong. So Skylar now just needs to find anything blocked here. Up dolphin's a little too far.
And it gets him with the JH. All right, Skylar is sitting here on set point now.
Got to find something here. Tried to look for the cross up.
Again, the Totsugeki just allowing Skylar to escape there with 2H, but doesn't get punished. All right, there we go. I want to see Air Dior start to use more of his buttons instead of trying to constantly get in with the run through. Leo's slash and heavy slash are such good buttons. They reach so far and lead into so much.
S into the cross up, continuing with the run through pressure. There's the overhead, bursted again by Skylar.
DRC, 6P, no, just decides to run under.
2S punish, up dolphin, backdashes, no punish again.
Oh, there it is, stuffs the dolphin this time with a 2K, throws the run through, and there's the dolphin, the beach ball. Oki fully charged dust. There is no burst on deck. We'll build just enough here at the end.
Okay, yeah.
That would have been death.
Able to burst off of that, tries to backdash the dolphin now, needs to find the hit. Air spends the last RC.
Oh no, just needs one more touch. Tries to go for the throw. That has not worked out at all, and tried to, but when Zato gets the game rolling, Nago is a big body character, and Zato loves to bully these characters with little Eddie. Vinny's gonna have to get that game running though. And one thing you might see a lot from Vinny too is Vinny really likes to use breaking the law in a lot of interesting ways.
K2D almost was able to convert that.
Yeah, and there's the big counter hit on the 2H. Was looking for that burst. I like that. Not going for the combo confirm there and just dashing forward. You have the corner positioning. even if they decide not to burst, you still get the hard knockdown and get your pressure going.
Yeah, and I really like Vinny not bursting as well. I mean, once that situation starts, not too much to really, no reason to invest resources into that. And that's an amazing gold burst to get this started.
Oh, not able to convert, unfortunately, and the Eddie meter is gone, so he's going to have to PRC to keep the combo going. Little Eddie is back now. Are we going to see? Yep, there's Pierce into drill. Tries to go for double overhead.
Oh, and as soon as you see a pose, you want to continue to hold that down back. The command throw comes through, and we have another summon in the corner. Great anti-air.
Yeah, that's
Pierce
broken.
Yeah, no super, though.
Gets it with the 2S, though. And that is a scary button. Zato's 2S loses to so many other buttons. A scary thing to press against Nagoriyuki specifically. But it works out in Vinny's favor.
Counter hit 5P, yeah, got the knockdown. Fukio forward, has not gone for the bite in these situations, continues to pressure the close slash.
And look at that health bar. Remember, Zato has 0 guts. 0. That means this man cannot take hits.
Yeah, that was a pretty incredible amount of damage there on the last 6H, and that is enough for Brew to take it down. And that is really the tail of the tape for a lot of Nagoriyuki matches, is that he is incredibly explosive, doesn't really have a problem closing the gap against most characters, but the characters he does, man, he's just winning till he's not.
What are you talking about?
He's losing until he's winning, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, this matchup is free.
What are you talking about? With the buff to clone, he doesn't have a problem approaching anyone now.
Hey,
you just throw out clone and dash behind it, and you're in for free. Top 1 character, GG, shake my hand.
Hey, man, listen. He might not be top 1. We'll talk about damage. The first game, though, on the board for Brew. Vinny gotta fight back into this.
Let's rock.
All right, yeah, both players just moving backwards, creating a little bit of space. Honestly, kind of surprised that Brew didn't immediately go in at round start. Nago, a hyper-aggressive character. Burst is already off the 10 counter hit on the 6H there. This is going to be so much damage.
Ooh, try to go for the reset with a pose, actually, and does manage to get there. Media invite hell. Brew is continuing to try to swing on these media invite hells. As a grounded character like Nagoriyuki, you have to hold that.
For sure, I really respect that decision too from Vinny G to not break the wall. The last thing you want as Zato is to give Nagoriyuki space to move. He knew that if I just don't break the wall here, one more conversion, and I take the round.
Slash afterwards into the frog. 5D breaks the wall. Meter here. Good round start super to beat the DP.
And OTG with the 2S.
Dude.
I have never seen a Zato just round start super before in my life.
Hey, I mean, that's a good way to start that there from Vinny G. 2 quick rounds. What an adjustment. And the nicest thing from Vinny is the first time Vinny got him to block meaty invite hell, he immediately went into command throw. Brew got hit by meaty invite hell and went, okay, you know what? Next time I'll block it. You got me. I'll hold down back. He blocks one move immediately. Vinny's like, oh, I finally got you blocking, huh? It was sneaks in the command throw.
Yep, that's it. Vinny's such a smart player, especially in these kind of matchups.
Brew's been doing really well, breaking Eddie in a lot of these situations, never letting himself get overwhelmed. I mean, there's been one round where he's felt overwhelmed, but it's a Zato round, right? Sometimes Zato is going to counter hit you round start, and Frog is going to come out, and you're just not going to get to play the rest of it. That is just the nature of the beast. People pick Zato for that reason.
And there's the early burst from Brew. Does not want to stay in the corner. Fukio's all the way forward. Baits Vinny's burst here. Going to go for the full slash series. There it is. Wrap it up.
That was an incredible bait there, too. Going for 5P after double Fukio, and knowing the burst was going to come out there. That was kind of an odd burst timing from Vinny.
Yeah, it's not something you would normally see.
Yeah, and I mean, 6P into the backdash. I mean odd in a good way. Vinny made that a really unpredictable burst. Brew is still somehow on board for it.
And there we go. Now we're seeing Brew immediately contesting right at the start. Jumping at round start with Nagoriyuki like that, Brew's got a lot of confidence.
Yeah, a read for sure.
All right, there it is. Using the 2P to poke out of little Eddie's Pierce. Pierce does have a gap after the second hit. 6H into RC. We're going to get the full corner carry.
Yeah, had to go for the far slash follow-up. Needed to get that blood gauge a little more under control. Tried to go for the 2H with the PRC to bait it.
Yeah, my man's just moving out here.
By hell, look for Pierce afterwards. Great counter hit.
Yeah, counter hit 5H. That new 5H is such an incredible tool for Zato. It's not really new anymore, though.
Again with the close slash. Again with the close slash. Is going to go into sword. Revamps all of the meter here off of Brew.
Gets hit by the second overhead.
Yeah, he had to be scared of Chipp at that point.
Yeah, I was about to say, you gotta be careful for the overhead there. I was expecting a 5D, but that second overhead with the JD was perfect too.
And that was an amazing timing on burst from Brew. Just absolutely had to do it. That was a 2H confirm with Frog already out. His life was forfeit.
Yeah, and there we go. Eddie sandwiching. Weathering the storm. Eddie is gone now. This is Brew's chance to get something going. That Eddie meter refills so fast, and he gets clipped by Frog.
Dash up 5L. Oh, Faust slash again.
Oh, the pickup too. And I like that, the unsummon too, to get little Eddie back. That's something you'll see commonly from Zato players. Before they break the wall, they will unsummon to get Eddie back.
Vinny with a 2H follow-up there after the juggle is able to make this 2-1 now. And every single round, it's been the same story. I mean, Brew is absolutely in these rounds. Vinny is just winning these a lot of little microtransactions that have been close. But Vinny just getting a little more reward per touch, which is weird to say against a Nagoriyuki.
For sure. Nagoriyuki, the master of one-touching you, two-touching you, and it's over.
Yeah, he gets incredible gas mileage. Like, everyone else seems to struggle per touch. Nagoriyuki has never had that issue.
Yeah, but he has to get that engine going. And against a character like Zato, when little Eddie is just locking you down, when you're sandwiched trying to block Frog, waiting for the 5D overhead, it can be tough to get things going. Especially with the threat of counter hit 5H from Zato.
Duel 1.
But we'll see if Brew's going to be aggressive around start here again. Tries to immediately go for the Beyblade 4, but great 2D there from Vinny, the awareness.
Bar slash, invite hell, jump over, gets a counter hit. Knockdown.
And there it is, the 5D.
He made Eddie walk backwards, so 2-hit Pierce would definitely hit to carry him to the wall there. That's the little things you have to do as a Zato player. That was an unbelievable small adjustment.
And that's how you know he's a Zato specialist. And there's the command grab because little Eddie was gone, and the command grab is going to take that round. Vinny G with a perfect is now sitting on set point here against Brew.
Again, straight into a pose. Pierce is blocked. Brew is looking like he's kind of getting just a little imposed on. Vinny is starting to be the aggressor in all of these situations.
Yeah, and there it is, the 5D. Brew has burst now, but we're going to go ahead and get Amorphous. That's going to give Vinny G the knockdown a little bit closer to the other corner, and Eddie Bar is fully back here.
Yeah, able to guarantee get your summon out, baits the burst.
And the air combo all the way into Frog, wall break, and that's it. Vinny G takes it.
Dude, Vinny, that was an incredible combo there.
Both rocking the exact same color scheme, too.
I like that.
Lord Float versus LightIce. LightIce on the Chipp, but already Soul is pressing the offense here and has Chipp where he doesn't want to be. Chipp is a character that thrives on just having room to move around on the screen, right? He's so incredibly fast, death by 1,000 cuts. This is the kind of matchup that is going to be extremely volatile. You know, he gets touched once, he dies, especially against a character like Soul.
Okay, able to block the 6P, able to finally find his hit here. And I think that's the unique thing about Chipp now is I don't think the Chipp has to be played death by 1,000 cuts anymore. We've seen players like Marvello show off that if you play the patient in and out footsie style, you can convert very consistent damage now with the changes. And LightIce is seeming to approach the matchup in a very similar way.
Yeah, absolutely. To even go further on that, Chipp's changes definitely made his combos way more consistent, more than they used to be. Oh my god.
Oh, but consistency in combos doesn't matter when you get killed on one errant far slash.
Yeah, going into... Why does this character have clean hit DP? Oh, the delay there on the Bandit Revolver. That new change to Bandit Revolver allowing him to manually put it in, delay it just a little bit to get that counter hit. It adds a little bit more mind games now whenever you block it. You don't know if the second hit's coming out or if he's just going to land. But here we go, LightIce finally getting some offense.
Able to break the wall here with the alpha blade. Look at the damage there. Half the life gone off the one touch. Positive bonus here. And I love playing patient when you have positive bonus. It can be really, it can be beneficial to press your advantage heavy, but making sure that you have enough meter to actually make it worth it is so important. But dude, the damage is coming through.
Tried to go for a nice little link there between the 2K and the close S to get a little bit more damage out, but unfortunately dropped it. And this is going to give LightIce, or maybe not, not going to get the chance to fight back here.
What a great tech in the... Oh, no, that trade is definitely in Soul's favor. Yeah, with the life totals, you have to know. Lord Float, first game.
Yeah, and you saw some life there from LightIce. He just needs to kind of turn it up a little bit more. When he was able to get going, he was nearly able to take those rounds. But Lord Float just playing a little more consistent in the neutral, and of course, Soul has the edge on damage. You can't afford to get hit by these counter hit close slashes or these counter hit heavy slashes by Soul.
Agreed.
And you especially can't afford, as a Chipp player, to get hit by clean hit DP. You're just dead. That's it. Unplug the controller at that point.
So going to the next one, Lord Float didn't do a good job. And LightIce maybe needs to, I like that his name is LightIce and that his in-game name is Heavy Ice, by the way. Fantastic. But if you're going to approach this matchup in the in-and-out kind of style, when you go out, you need to go way out. Mid-range is not your place against Soul. You cannot play that one character length away matchup against Soul. Only Ramathal can fight there.
Yeah, and here we are. We're starting to see LightIce back up a little bit, but immediately Lord Float just throws out the 6S to catch the backdash. That is going to be a key factor. If Lord Float's able to catch LightIce backdashing a lot, he's just going to keep throwing out those 6Ss.
Oh, fake Gunflame. That's such a huge bonus here. Just the 5K, though.
There's a great just block, immediately putting out those fast 5K buttons.
Gotta bring her delayed, gets the second hit.
All right, going into the Record Series, RC. After, what you're going to see a lot of Chipp players do is they're going to RC and immediately just run forward to get a little extra corner carry. Every single Chipp player will do it. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, agreed. Big Slash was able to connect. Danger taking a little bit of meter, but it doesn't really matter here for Float. Just got to find any hit, any chip. Oh, and yeah, every single trade also in your favor. Lord Float doing a great job of kind of min-maxing out here on LightIce. All these rounds are close, but Lord Float is doing the math on these touches.
Yeah, especially when you trade while standing on the ground with someone in the air, it's always in your favor in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Revolver pushed all the way to the corner. We're continuing to oppress with these far slashes. LightIce tried to jump over and no! So much damage down.
Trying to bait out the burst there too. Lord Float has the life total to be able to try.
Oh, and that will be enough. An easy follow-up after the one-hit Bandit. Dude, the one-hit Bandit Revolver combos are so sick to see. Lord Float takes a second one now.
Yeah, and went for a stylish combo there at the end too. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot of the same here. Lord Float is doing a great job of oppressing at mid-range and pressuring in a way where he is constantly threatening enough to where LightIce needs to be cognizant of the options he's presenting, but never, I say it a lot, he's coming up for air.
Yeah, one thing to say though, I feel like LightIce is being, I don't know if you've noticed it too, LightIce is being a little too, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a little too cautious in their approach.
That's fair.
Sometimes with Chipp, you just got to turn it up, you know? Turn on that blender, keep going. Obviously, this more cautious approach isn't really working too much because Lord Float is willing to also slow down to that pace and knows how to play that pace. So maybe just going in a little bit more will work out in their favor.
There, already has gone for two Alpha Blade mix-ups that are easily dealt with there for Lord Float. LightIce has to continue to test things out, test the waters and figure out what is going to work. Push to the corner now.
The count, oh no, the punish.
One hit Bandit right here, not punished. 2S. Oh, playing footsies against Soul, just a nightmare.
And there it is, backdashes the throw. First to keep the corner, you had to RC that.
Okay, LightIce able to command though the reversal there from Lord Float. No block, no punish, cross up, able to connect. Doesn't get anything afterwards though, but it doesn't matter.
And there's the change, see? LightIce playing just a little more aggressively. That round immediately worked out in their favor here.
Yeah.
You don't want to be too passive as a Chipp player.
Yeah, finding these whiff punishes though is so important. And yeah, just like that, 6S, converting into so much damage, so much corner carry. Lord Float gets crossed up though. Great from LightIce to get out of the corner.
Yeah, these cross-up JSs are working really well here for LightIce. But there's the, oh no. Oh my god.
Missed the last touch of it though, but that's okay. Gets the counter hit, alpha counter.
Yep, life is just a resource. This is LightIce's chance. He's gonna get the wall run combo.
And it's going to break. Lord Float still has burst, though.
Here's this positive bonus. LightIce is now sitting on half bar. It's going to give him an RC to work with.
Oh, no. Gunplay straight away to answer.
It just runs face first into it.
Getting a little more aggressive here around start. We're swinging that the heavy slash. Gets a close S counter hit. Excuse me.
And the patience there. Patience from LightIce. Just not trying to contest. I mean, I can't really blame him. He has been getting hit a lot by Soul 2S. That button has been doing work in this match so far.
Oh, what a bait, but tries to swing too early.
Yeah, the SDP so hard to punish. There we go. There's the burst from Lord Float to try and get out of the corner.
Looks for the dash up. Mana Bringer, one hit into 5K. Good reversal.
That trade definitely in Soul's favor there.
Using the 6H, was able to convert a knockdown.
Another 6P, not able to get much of anything off of it. Here we go, here are the Alpha Blades, PRC pickup. This is his chance. Gets the game there.
Dude, LightIce, you'd love to see that. Was able to bait out the DP from Lord Float and just converting in. Honestly, being able to get the PRC there, I think he might have been expecting the red RC. Red RC would have made that so much easier to convert. When you see PRC there, you have to be so aware of like your spacing from the opponent. There's so much calculation to do in that situation. For LightIce to convert that is incredible.
Yeah, right on the spot there too. And it allowed LightIce to put a point on the board here. This may be the momentum that they need in order to take this back. But Lord Float playing such a patient Soul. Very patient Soul, not going too crazy, just willing to play footsies with those buttons.
Yeah.
And Soul's buttons are incredible.
Yeah, if you're playing Soul, you definitely need to be willing to play footsies. I mean, this character excels in it, being able to pressure with the far slash, really just winning out a lot of situations with 6S, things like that. Trade, the attempt to close slash, nice counter hit. That's the counter pokes we need from LightIce here.
And great movement there from LightIce, just avoiding all of these buttons. Not able to really get the whiff punish though, but there's the counter hit, big pickup.
Follow, try to go for the back dash. Lord Float not biting there with the DP.
And he definitely showed that he was thinking about it too with that wake up. You saw that he was doing a little bit of a teabag on a wake up, definitely saying, am I gonna DP?
As not gonna be able to burst. Continues to try and bait the burst here. LightIce is still in this game.
Again, he tried to bait it for a second time there, but takes it with the Bandit Revolver there.
Lord Float, set point.
Again, such patience. LightIce is definitely trying to look for these whip punishes.
Oh, success again. 2 successes in a row there. You have to earn so much respect from your opponent to be able to swing the 2 successes like that, man.
There we go. This is going to lead to a... No, goes for the mix-up. All right. Yeah, Lord Float had to burst out that. That would have been death. YRC straight to the 5K just to get the pressure going.
Attempted the backdash there to try and get the DP to come out. Bar slash into 2K. Not able to convert again.
It's just backing up and holding down back, waiting to see what Lord Float's going to do. There's the punish on the whiff throw. Tries to go for inside this time. PRC, 6K for the overhead.
Got to find something else, though. Any hit will do it. Oh, that overhead. Nice block on the 5D. So important. A round-winning block there from LightIce.
Yeah, LightIce stays alive.
Bar heavy, jumps in, gets a 2-hit counter hit. Reversal, able to blow that out. Be more careful about the approach here, just like that. Getting a little too careless. So much damage here from Lord Float.
Yeah, these new counter hit 6P combos from Soul are absolutely devastating. And this is not where LightIce wants to be. RCs and doesn't super. Super might have taken that game right there. LightIce still has one chance left, one life left to live.
Nice burst to spend that RC when you can. Now you have a gold burst available.
Alpha Blade.
Okay, you gotta be careful of the burst here from Lord Float. Nice block on the attempt.
Watch out for the... There it is. There's the counter hit.
Is this gonna... No, not gonna kill.
No, but this is LightIce's chance. You have to look out for DP though. Lord Float does have meter. he is going to be willing to DP an RC or wake up Super. You have to be careful.
Oh, look for the whip punish. Able to get it from max distance. LightIce makes it 2-2. Fighting back into this might have the reverse 3-0 on our hands.
Yeah, see, sometimes all you need is that one game to give you the confidence to keep pushing forward. Guilty Gear, not just Strive, Guilty Gear in general, a very momentum-heavy game. And when that momentum swings, it can spell Lord Float's doom here.
Needs to be very careful going into this last game here. Lord Float, I think that the game plan from Lord Float has not changed very much, but I think that's completely fine. I think that this is very much the style that they are comfortable with playing, and it is incredibly effective. These rounds are so close. It's just micro adjustments. There's no major game planning that needs to happen here from Lord Float. Just a slight cleanup on some of these footsies.
Yeah, and LightIce has been doing a great job here pulling this back, but we'll see if they can keep it going. Here's his round start situation again. LightIce consistently going for that button at every round start, and it's been working out in their favor.
6S able to get the throw. Trying to bait that DP out really hard here. Beta Blade not coming through though.
Yep, using Alpha Blade to get out of the corner. Had to burst or was about to get put into the other corner there. And is put into the other corner anyway just on blocking.
Definitely one of the greatest strengths of Soul. 6P able to get the punish, runs up with the throw. This is a different Lord Float that we're seeing this game from the other two.
Yeah, Lord Float is holding on to that burst. Blocks the DP. That's what we like to see there.
I was going to say Lord Float should consider bursting here. We'll definitely be able to get it back here versus Chipp. And now might be able to steal the round with the 2K again. Set point for Lord Float. We've seen this a couple times. You have to close it.
Again, LightIce is just willing to immediately challenge a round start. Smart stuff there from Lord Float to jump at round start, but he's already put into the corner now from LightIce. 6P to get out. Again, those counter hit 6P combos, they do so much damage.
Okay, 5D tries to go for the dash back around the throw. RC forward.
Uses the 6K, but unfortunately not able to pick anything up with it without having meter. Yeah, had to burst there or it would have been it.
Red RC is dashed back. Okay, LightIce goes for the overhead. No punish again.
And there's the air throw to take it. Lord Float moves on and sends LightIce to the loser's bracket.
Dude, incredible call out there from Lord.
All right, we're going to jump right into here. Vinny G versus Apotheosis.
Apotheosis is definitely a player that favors the more aggressive lifestyle. I mean, he is definitely a. We talk a lot about Nagoriyukis and the different styles of Nagoriyukis. He is a bite Nagoriyuki player for sure.
There it is.
He loves the command throw. He values getting the command throw and getting to go crazy after the command throw over everything else.
Yeah, and right on cue, the moment you said bite, he immediately went to bite. But now he's sitting here back against the wall with level 3 blood, which is going to limit his options to defense against Vinny G this close up. That's already 2 command throws there. All right, blocks the overhead. You have to weather the storm.
Oh, it actually takes the hit from the sword there, which is unfortunate because now Pierce double cancel. Vinny spending his meter very wisely. This is Apotheosis' chance.
Yeah, and YRC is such an incredible tool against Zato that more players need to be aware of. It will instantly kill. Wow. Wow, did you see that from Vinny G? Vinny G PRCing the JD, which normally means that Zato's going to go flying across the screen. But PRCing downwards, which caused Apotheosis to react and able to get the whiff punish. That is Galaxy Brain stuff there.
Trying to go for the gold burst a little too far there. Vinny spacing himself out so well. And after these unsummons, there's the broken Eddie. Doesn't look like it matters here for Apotheosis, though. Tries to go for the low crush. Just trying to answer that 2S.
Oh, catches him with the 5D, and there's the wall break into death. Vinny G taking a very decisive game 1 here.
Yeah, Apotheosis didn't get a lot of chance to show his stuff off there. Was able to land the 2S occasionally and break Eddie, but Vinny is not deterred when Eddie is broken, and that is one thing that you see from a lot of the top Zato players. When you look at any great Zato player, if their Eddie gets broken and they're in a position where they still could potentially squeeze some advantage out, if you go to where you're on defense, your life is forfeit. You cannot give up pressure as Zato. The second it gets turned on you and you are blocking Nagoriyuki and you don't have Eddie or meter, the round ends. So Vinny has his Eddie broken, immediately is dashing forward and looking for 2S.
And what you'll notice a lot, too, to add on to that, is that Vinny sometimes saves his meter to keep that pressure going when Eddie is dead.
That's another thing you see like a lot of players like Latif does quite often. Is like, we'll just pressure, never uses the meter, and just uses it for sword to answer like YRCs.
And here we go, Vinny putting Apotheosis back to the corner there. There's the big JH, but tries to bait out the burst and doesn't go for anything. That's all right though, Apotheosis has. Ooh.
What happened to your life bar, Vinny? Oh no! And with 5 clean hits, the round just ends. And that is what I was saying. Eddie gets broken. Vinny forced to block 1 time. The round is over.
Yeah, like we said, Zato has no guts, meaning that he absolutely gets melted. Guts for
Go to steal the burst there.
and there's the burst again. But to continue, guts, for those who aren't aware of the mechanic, when your life gets lower, you're able to take more damage. You build more defense. Zato's guts value is 0, meaning that nothing, everything from beginning to end is full damage against him.
They press to the corner here, able to break the wall. Look at the blood gauge already here from Apotheosis.
All right, and Vinny trying to play that zoning game, but Apotheosis has the level 3 blood.
Oh, tried to sneak in the bite, but he was still in hit stun.
And this is going to be death.
Oh, really unfortunate there from Apotheosis. A great idea turned on its head. Vinny capitalizing.
And smart stuff from Vinny there to RC and jump over to get the side switch and make sure that that killed. Speaking of side switches, switching there with the drill on Eddie, this is working out into Vinny G's favor, but as I say, that gets hit by the Triple S series.
GD. Dash in, burst after the P's, was just trying to momentum burst there.
Grabs the BRC and goes straight into the wall break. Here it is, sword to break the wall, get the Eddie meter back, and get the knockdown.
Someone in here straight away. Has enough meter for another sword here.
Double overhead, triple overhead fuzzy, here we go.
Not enough to kill though, still is able to go for the PRC, needs to find 1 more touch. Apotheosis, same thing though, 1 more touch will do it.
But Chipp is about to be a factor here, and there it is. Chips with Invite Hell.
So 2-0, Apotheosis very close on that one, but again, the matchup is so difficult, man. I think that is one of the things that people overrate about Nagoriyuki a little bit, because granted, he is incredible at it, but he actually getting to be the one on advantage against some matchups can be very difficult. If Vinny plays like correctly at round start and doesn't try to be over aggressive or challenge any crazy stuff from Apotheosis, if Apotheosis doesn't swing for the fences, once neutral begins, Vinny's away.
Yeah, he's definitely got to take risks and really gamble with his life and with his blood in order to win this matchup. Vinny is just controlling those neutral situations. And can I just say, I'm so glad that this game has chip kills.
Yes.
That is something that, recent fighting games, I'm so happy that this game has chip kills. There it is, the jump back again to create space for Vinny to get the round started.
Pose, able to get the connection. Invite Hell into 5P. Eddie is still low though.
Yep, and there's that 5 HPRC forward to keep the pressure going. Trying to bait out this burst really hard. He gets tossed into the corner for it. Had to spend a burst of his own, and the clone going straight through Invite Hell.
Okay, and reaction goes into the superhero. Apotheosis, a great situation. After this, Fukio forward is going to be looking good on health. Looking good on blood as well.
It goes for low and the fast overhead. Incredibly respectable mix-up. All you needed was one of those to hit, and that would have been it. But both hit. All right, gets hit just by the tip of Frog. Look at that oppose, blocking not only the 2S, but the Shadow Clone.
Oh, nice attempt there. Had to go for Drunkard to kind of delay himself there. What a delayed string from Vinny. Apotheosis unfortunately falls to it.
Yeah, and most of the time you'll see Sword be thrown in the corner, but it's really important to note that Sword puts Eddie on top of you if it hits you mid-screen, so it keeps that pressure going.
Oh, the cross-up
5D!
Okay, delayed there to get extra damage. One more touch. Fukio's forward, tries a jumping gold burst. Oh, Apotheosis.
He tried to gamble it all right there.
That was quite the guess, though. I love Fukio forward gold burst.
That is very Apotheosis energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and Apotheosis loves to be in that level 2 blood. You see immediately round starts putting himself there, wanting those buffed normals. But the trade-off for that is it weakens your defense, and he's going to pop when he wakes up, too.
Look at the gauge. This is from bad to worse. There's the pop.
And
he gets
the sword
punished.
dropping Eddie on the other side. Eddie's just, as Eddie's falling, the pop goes off, so Eddie survives it. So this matchup with the recent changes in the recent patch, I think is heavily Nagoriyuki favored now. The buff to Shadow Clone allows Nagoriyuki to almost get in for free in a lot of cases. It beats out Rensen and goes full screen. And again, all Nago needs is one counter hit. And he gets buff jump-ins too. If he gets a counter hit jump-in button, that's it.
But finding that jump-in button proving to be incredibly difficult here. Rock spacing it out so well. That's going to be the round here.
Oh, drops the 5H, but gets it with the 2D anyway. And as I'm talking about how hard this is for Axel, he gets a perfect here.
Once you escape 99 seconds, I think it gets a lot easier. Able to jump over the Beyblade there, gets the counter hit, and now able to press the advantage there from that that comfortable 2-character length.
Yeah, this is exactly where Axel shines. Two characters to full screen. And there's the super jump from MacsSama.
Love that no follow-up on the Rensen. Trying to go for the instant overhead, looked for the gold burst, a good attempt from Mac.
And that's a quick first game from Rox here. The adjustments I really want to see from MacsSama are more Beyblade and more Shadow Clone. Those are really great answers to a lot of what Axel can do.
Yeah, it was just scary. I mean, and I respect the gold burst a lot from Mac. We talk about it all the time. Axel's an incredibly difficult character to effectively use your burst against. So you need to, when you find an opportunity, if you see the chance for a gold burst, I feel like you've got to shoot your shot.
Absolutely. But we're getting straight into the next game here. That was honestly one of the fastest Axel games I've seen, to be honest. So yeah, MacsSama's got to make these adjustments.
A lot of that comes down to Rox was incredibly optimal on all the touches. I mean, was going into near max damage from everything, squeezing out every single point of damage, and that's so important as an Axel player.
Yeah, Axel is the lowest damage character in the game, so you're absolutely correct. Anywhere you can get it, you need it. Just trying to jump in here, playing the movement tutorial.
Okay, jumps over, 6P counter hit, goes again and gets the close S.
Gotta be careful, you don't want to pop here. All right, just enough. And see, this is what I mean. If Nagoriyuki can get in one time, that can be it. But of course, breaking the wall puts you in a situation like this, where Axel is back to full screen.
Didn't even go bombers, just wanted to keep it simple.
Gold burst there on the bite attempt.
Gonna go for the pull. Pull is one of the scariest things you can do, but what an answer from Rox.
Yeah, unfortunately doesn't block the burst there. See, that is your way to get in. Clone into Fukio forward is such a powerful tool in this matchup. I like that MacsSama finally threw it out there at the end. It beats Rensen too. That is something. There it is. As I said it, it is such a strong tool. It makes this matchup so much easier for Nagoriyuki.
Rensen trying to jump over this time. Rox already trying to adapt to the early attempts here from Mac to go for the clone.
Yeah, what you're going to see is that Rox is going to have to start changing things up. Can't just focus on throwing out Rensen constantly.
It gets too dangerous though. Look at the blood gauge here from Mac. Not a lot of resources to be able to work with to actually close the gap here, and Rox knows it.
And that's it. Now, this is where Nagoriyuki hates to be. Full blood at this far away. And Rox is starting to play a lot more aggressively now, too. Really going in on MacsSama.
One round apiece. MacsSama, great start to this. Oh, Rox is in so much trouble here.
But that blood is adding up. Had to RC to keep that safe. Remember, the final hit of that Triple S series is not safe. And burst to keep the corner.
He jumps back. Oh, dude, the backdash out of the fight.
Almost getting the JH counter hit on Rensen. I like this though, the staggered pressure there from Rox, just chipping from MacsSama, excuse me.
Look at the wrist gauge here. Mac has done a great job pressuring.
And Rox just pressing on that shimmy there, trying to jump over and go for the 5H, respectable.
Look at dude. Again, the blood gauge continues to stay so high here.
Yeah.
Mac goes for Fukio.
He built up just enough blood there to be able to Fukio forward. And there it is, the 5H to beat the 2H from Axel.
Tell me why his level 3 blood gauge 6H did the same amount of damage on block as that 5S did on hit.
That's Nagoriyuki, baby.
Oh my god, dude. His life bar just depleted so
talk
hard.
about chip damage.
Oh, dude. I mean, I've always said to everyone in chat, by the way, that we have the best chat. Everybody, it doesn't matter what game we're streaming. Y'all are incredible. I love getting to see you guys hang out, man.
Talking all this trash in the chat
That's
here.
my favorite. That's my favorite.
I love it. But we're going to jump into our next game here. Both players up 1-1 now. Great adjustments there from MacsSama, playing that neutral game really well, using those big buttons. The real key thing there was that MacsSama, even though they were in level 3 blood, was able to keep that distance closed with Axel, which is very difficult to do when you're sitting at 3 blood when you don't have any special moves. But they were able to do it, and that's what allowed them to take that ground and that game. Like, here's the lockdown again from Rox.
2S did so much damage there. It's going to go into one. Vision does not confirm there.
Nagoriyuki is a super heavyweight character, so that's a very tight link to get.
Blood gauge pops. Command throw?
Yep.
Optimal punish a lot of the time. 2H for the pickup. And the reason why it's so good is the command throw takes an incredible amount of time, and they're health straining the entire duration of that. It's really smart from Rox to go for the command throw. Usually the best option there against Nagoriyuki.
The 2H beating out the Beyblade here, going for the 6H meaty. And you're seeing a lot of this fishing out with the JS. JS is a lot easier to anti-air now, so I wonder if maybe attempting the 6P it might help MacsSama.
2H nothing, just getting some blood back.
And just throwing out these 2Hs from Rox. All right, great opportunity to jump in there with the whiff snail in the air.
BRC 2S and had plenty of time knowing that he was slowed down by the BRC. BRC in place, what a punish, but no follow-up.
Rox's use of meter is honestly astounding here. To cover any option that MacsSama has to get in, Rox is RCing to cover that.
That and Rox's game planning overall, I think the most impressive thing is Rox has not done anything like flashy. There's been no bombers. There's been no crazy PRC repositioning. Rox is just playing disgustingly fundamentally sound.
Pure zoning.
It's just safe and solid.
And another thing to point out too is Rox is just constantly hitting buttons. There are buttons coming out.
Oh, yeah,
chains are everywhere. There is not a moment.
Pressure's nasty.
Yeah, there's not a moment that Rox is not hitting something. Which is smart in this matchup because the moment you stop hitting something, Nagoriyuki Fukio's in, and it's over.
Dash up, was able to steal a little bit of space and actually baited out the clone there.
Using that 2H to punish Fukio forward. 2H is doing a lot of work for Rox in this matchup. And there's the gold burst, and here we go, all the way full screen. PRC to keep yourself safe on the whiff command throw.
Oh, 2H. So much damage there, and able to hit the link this time.
He goes for the bomber now. Isn't able to pick up with the 5P, but that's okay.
Yeah, pushing him full screen is more than enough of a victory there for the 50 meter.
But like you said, MacsSama just needs one hit to get in, and here's the opportunity.
Oh,
bite. No 6H, but there's the fast RC.
Dude, that bite was the ultimate party starter. Oh my god. Nice pressure. Love that 2K2D interrupt. No fear there. As an Axel player, you've got to be willing to swing. I love to see that from Rox.
All right, there's the Beyblade pushed all the way into the corner from one Beyblade and a 2S. That run-up throw, the Axel classic. And the whiffed JP in order to land an immediately meaty throw.
Yeah, the fake safe jump. Wow, Rox is turning up the heat here. It's rushing him down right now.
There's the counter hit on Rainfall, or Rainwater.
Not enough to kill though. One more touch.
Tries to go for the JH and gets counter hit by the close S. All right, this is MacsSama's chance. Another counter hit, close S.
Rox is gonna have burst on the next interaction though. You've got to be careful here. Oh, 2P? 2P?
Wow! Of all things you could press there, you press 2P rocks, you madman.
Oh my god. Oh, and there's the counter hit. Too far though.
Do you know how slow 2P?
That was definitely a button. Okay, 2H. Look for the command throw.
Oh,
what a hit.
That's it. Look at that health bar bell on 2 hits.
Run up 2K2D. Rox is not done.
BRC backward. I mean, BRC backwards. Fortunately, putting themselves back into zoning range here from MacsSama. And just getting harassed with these JSs from Rox.
Another counter hit. Mac doesn't have a really good opportunity to burst here.
This might be it. No. Maybe if we would have gone for the full bomber loops, but just not enough.
Oh, the trade not in his favor. Next thing blocked to Chipp will do it.
JH picks up. Ukio pops blood really close. Goes for the gold burst.
No.
Oh my god.
This is a nightmare situation.
Oh my. Puts the mask back on and it kills this man.
Oh, what a nightmare of a situation there from Rox. As soon as you block the, it's almost, you almost have to know. Mac kind of has to go for something like burst there. He didn't have meter to go for anything. Burst is actually a pretty natural progression there.
So this is something to point out because I just saw it recently. Sajam was just talking about this, about how Blood Rage with Nagoriyuki is a lot better than people think when you have burst. If you can force them to block the pop and then immediately gold burst when they try to punish you, and you're sitting on that meter, you are the most terrifying character in the game because the next hit will kill.
Yeah, every single time. I mean, Nagoriyuki in Blood Rage, if he's in Blood Rage and he's not in imminent danger to immediately die, yeah, he's a boss character for sure.
He unlocks boss mode.
2-2 here. Oh, the double boot.
Yeah, and that's going to build a meter, but gets the bite right away. We're seeing confidence from MacsSama, just the way that MacsSama is moving.
Yeah, I mean, that's more of the Mac that we're expecting to see, and that we see as quite a bit more often. Gonna get away, though. I like that BRC attempt. 5P answers it straight away.
Gets pulled in. Yep, using Rainwater to create a little bit of space there from Rox. And the unfortunate thing, too, is Rox is spending that FD also to push themselves out constantly, even with those really far-range hits.
Oh, that is a crucial round-winning bite potentially here. Rox has a lot of blocking to do.
No, drops the far slash, excuse me, and he's about to pop. Gets the bite right as the meter fills.
MacsSama was actually threatening set point now, dude. This is looking over.
There's the full combo into the 5D, 6H, break the wall. MacsSama saying wrap it up, but gets counter hit. All right, this is Rox's chance to survive.
YRC to press away. Honestly, that's a victory here from Rox to have to force that YRC out of him. PRC, nice block.
And Rox has burst on deck. It's only a matter of when they'll spend it, not if.
Blood gauge. Careful about where you space yourself here. That's a punish every time.
And that's great awareness there from Mac to know that.
Expect a command throw here from Roxy soon. Gotta be careful about how you choose to do it though. Burst.
And there's the gold burst. Going for the run-up 2K, but the backdash from MacsSama and a 2K of their own takes it. And Mac able to turn what almost looked like a hopeless situation early on in that set around and move on. Yeah, Flow has already proven that they can handle May. So now we're just going to see how this goes here.
That's the gun flame. Looking like the move so far. CatManJones looking to play very patient in a lot of these situations. Just jump back and try to go for the JP.
That conversion off of the 5K.
Fake gun flame into far slash has been so consistent from Lord Float.
And bursting the second hit of clean hit DP, did not want to eat all that damage. I respect it. And that's a really important thing there too. That second hit would have done so much damage with clean hit DP, so that burst definitely saved CatManJones' life.
I see you, Lex. Far slash into Banner Revolver, continuing to pressure.
Using 5P to get out of the situation there. counter hit Dolphin straight into the RC. Lord Float holding on to the burst.
Slash into 2H. Up, Dolphin connecting. That should, no, not quite enough to kill. A drop combo.
One more hit will do it, pretty much for either player here, and there it's going to be CatManJones. No! Go straight into the DP, ending his combo early. There's the burst. He wants this round and gets the 6S to take it.
Oh, Lord Float just able to clutch that out. CatManJones had every opportunity, but unfortunately 2 dropped combos and 2 missed conversions are going to plague that one. Hopefully it's not one he's going to want back.
Yeah, and Lord Float able to take the combo, but at what cost? I mean, able to take the round, but at what cost? Lost the burst, and might not get the burst back by the end of this round.
Yeah, losing the burst that late is so unfortunate. Blocks here. CatManJones getting pressed to the corner though. A lot of this, a lot of the problem here with Catman versus Lord Float is Lord Float is kind of just taking any real estate he wants, just without much contention.
Yeah, and I said at what cost, but it was no cost. That round was decisively Lord Float the entire time.
Yeah, May needs to do a better job. May has some of the best falling buttons in the game. Jumping heavy is a menace. It is a god among buttons, right?
Right next to Goldlewis's JD, it might be the best jumping button in the game.
Yeah, so you have to be really careful about her swinging that. Lord Float hasn't been shown that he needs to respect it, so he hasn't. No. And it's up to CatManJones, man. You've got to swing that heavy on your way down until you prove to him that it's worth being afraid of. He's going to continue to do what he does, right? Saving burst for next game.
Yeah, you got to hold on to it. It's an investment.
Hey, yeah, dude, come on.
Mankind knew that
As the Guilty Gear investment banker.
I cannot give you Guilty Gear financial advice.
Oh, dash up 6P is starting to answer Dolphins early too. Lord Float looking to adapt quickly.
Yeah, and Lord Float is just so good at just putting you in the corner and locking you down here. And there's the burst to push all the way back into the corner again. Air dashing backwards to make sure that they didn't put themselves in the corner too is very important. And another great conversion off of the 5K. Oh my god, that's it. Nope, not quite enough. Scaled a little too hard, probably off of the 2K after the wall bounce.
He's in the 6-8. Try to go for some crazy delay stuff. It doesn't work out. Catman has the advantage now. But how far can you press it?
Yeah, it definitely looked like Lord Float was trying to make Catman whiff a throw.
Missed opportunity on no knockdown there.
Oh, going right underneath the 6P. Wake up DP, gonna get that pressure. 5D.
Oh. 5D able to close it. Lord Float, a couple great opportunities. Cashing out on them here. Up Dolphin connecting, no follow-up.
Oh, that whiff 5K, but no whiff punish. Remember, 5K has such long recovery frames. You have to be ready for those kind of situations. But unfortunately, CatManJones is put into the corner here. Has to figure out a way to get out. Utilizing her 6Ps the beach ball and immediately goes into Bandit Revolver to punish. That is match-up knowledge. Yeah. Lord Float knows how to fight May.
Throw to push it into the corner. No burst available. Dolphin actually does not connect here. Okay, able to break the wall. Continuing that pressure, CatManJones, you've got to find this round. Round start 3K is not it. Missed another opportunity.
That was a scary backdash there too. Backdashing while you're in the BRC slowdown is very risky. CatManJones able to take a round. The 5H to push all the way, tries to bait out the burst.
We're going to close the gap a little bit. There's the bait of the burst. Already has meter.
And we're seeing a whole different side of Lord Float here in the way that he's playing. All trying to run in for the throw, but CatManJones pressing out of it. This use of 2K from Lord Float in all these stagger situations and in these combos is incredibly interesting. You don't normally see that too much from Soul players.
2H, follow up in the attempt at the meaty Dolphin there. Lord Float 6S will close the round 2-0. Lord Float continuing to press on. And a lot of that was just Lord Float using 6P to great effect, whether it was to preemptively stop Dolphins, whether it was to do that absolute madman of a beach ball punish.
That was crazy. Because one thing you have to remember is hitting the beach ball counts as a hit, so you can cancel off of that. It gives you just enough time. There's a bit of a delay after the hit that will allow you to just cancel into anything. It's almost the same as a clash. But Lord Float showing he knows the Mei matchup knowledge. That is why he is up 2-0 now. CatManJones going to have to make some adjustments here. Not really getting much out of the air game. Lord Float is consistently anti-airing him for devastating effect into wall breaks, into massive damage.
Duel 1.
We'll have to see what CatManJones can pull out of the bag here.
6B into Bandit.
And yeah, you see Lord Float is just always ready for those air situations.
Stagger 2Ps. Try to get the throw. CatManJones wakes up, gets the throw of his own.
Using the Bandit to escape the corner there.
Leaned into the 6S there, was trying to go for the anti-dolphin tech, was a little too far. And this could be a ton of damage actually here for Catman.
Not quite the wall break, immediately waking up with a reversal.
You know we haven't seen yet from Lord Float?
There.
Oh
My good God, that is incredible. I am going to show that to Corey right when we go.
Dude, next touch will do it. I'm feeling a potential aggression here from Lord Float here. No, okay. Beach ball, 2Ps, nothing to follow up.
And look at this patience from Lord Float, but it comes back to bite him and he runs out of meter. Remember, when you run out of meter and you're trying to blink FD, you'll throw a button out. It just seems to happen and you will get counter hit.
Tries dealt with, tries to go for Gunflame. Again, he'll follow up 6P to answer the Dolphin. Look at the damage.
Unfortunately, tried to go for a Bandit Revolver there, but got Wild Throw. That was an input error. And there he's going to burst to keep the corner.
Continuing to try and 6P these Dolphins. 2K actually answers the up Dolphin on Wake Up.
All right, we're going to see a wall break here. No. Just gets meaty with the Dolphin, and here's the wall break now. It's going to be, this positive bonus is very key for CatManJones. Had no meter, is about to build up to 50, and still has burst. And there it is, it gets spent.
Lord Float can find any touch here with the amount of meter he has. We haven't seen any just Vortex and neutral from this guy. Lord Float's patience while piling Soul is incredible. A weaker man would be vortexing all over the place having 200 meter. Wow.
It's very tempting, isn't it?
Potential set point here for Lord Float. Just needs to find one more good touch. Oh no, and just starting to do Bandit, dude, starting to do DP after Bandit Bringer.
And there's that clean hit DP combo again. Lord Float's 5Ks are on point, not even allowing CatManJones to jump out of the corner here. Just locked down. Look at that wrist gauge.
Gunflame knew he was able to get the Dolphin after that. 5K to answer the jumping heavy.
There's
the first late. Lord Float, the patience again to not swing during that entire jump, man.
We have a Faust in our top 8 qualifier at TNS. I don't think we've seen that before. And he's rocking the Peter Griffith color. Here we go.
TiredMage able to find the wild throw. Half the life already gone. Gets another one. 6S is a little too far. What a trade is forced to burst.
Yeah, there's the hammer. Hammer's such a great option from Faust. Now, one of the big buffs to Faust in this recent update is just better RNG on the item tosses. When certain items are out, it gives Faust a better opportunity of getting some of these better items like Bomb or Mini Faust or even Meteors.
Yep, able to confirm off of that. Hold it down forward right after you start mix.
And there's the gold burst on the command throw attempt.
That is a 1A punish there.
That shows that this is his 2v2 partner. That is the kind of punish where you know that the player is going to do something like that, so you're just going to let it rock.
Shot came up, tried to go for 2S. Attempt at the backdash. Oh no, we got bombs out. This is a nightmare here for TiredMage.
Look at that. Third bomb.
It's just getting worse.
And there's the banana peel. Fourth bomb. Look at this. RNG Jesus is on Faust's side here.
Okay, fighting for the trumpet. Does manage to get it here. It's going to punish the Bandit Bringer with it.
Yeah, and that have saved him. It was a combo breaker with a little mini stampede. And And there we go, 6P in the mix. Unfortunately, not able to pick up with the 5K.
Working the burst off of there. Hammer, certainly one of the strongest items. Tries to go for the instant overhead. Nice block there from TiredMage.
And I like that too. After throwing out Hammer, immediately going into Scarecrow for almost a mix-up. You have to block the correct side. And there's the bomb. Chipp is a factor here. Got to make sure to FD this.
YRC to push him back towards the bomb. Tries to guarantee
But he killed Faust because it was 2 bombs.
No, dude. Oh, the YRC was such a good idea to try and press him there. But unfortunately was too close. He was still in the explosion range of the bomb.
I actually thought TiredMage was dead there at first. I thought he chipped him out.
Yeah, YRC, after the YRC is activated, you actually have no invulnerability. Was still in the blast zone.
And that's what it's like to play Faust.
That was terrifying.
You live by the bomb and die by the bomb.
Oh my god. That's definitely not a will it kill. That's a who will it kill. That's oh my god. Wow.
Wow. God, I love Faust.
Dude, Faust is the most fun character
This
to watch.
is absolutely.
It just doesn't get better. Well, we'll see as TiredMage continues on with the Soul 1-0.
Duel 1.
That was really close there. We just need to see Appetizer make a few adjustments.
Full conversion already to the corner here for TiredMage. Gets the wild throw. Using that more than we see most Souls get it off.
And there's the gold burst into the corner too. Mix. You have to RC that to keep yourself safe.
And opted not to RC there. I think that was just like a meta guess. Him having max meter, I think that TiredMage maybe assumes the RC is coming.
TiredMage getting with the counter hit low slash right or far slash right at round start. Trying to 6P through the Gunflame, but that's not going to work. Here we're seeing more stagger pressure into Gunflame here.
Oh, that was a really nice attempt there at the wild throw. Gold burst is blocked. The banana peel betrays him. Oh
My good God. First there, he had to burst to stay alive, throws up the afro and tries to go for the mix-up.
The timing to get that DP out, I know that it is more lenient, but wow, to be able to squeeze that DP out in that situation.
Oh, you know he was churning it.
Oh, of course.
When he was in block stun,
Listen,
he
man,
was churning the butter.
let me give people credit for stuff.
Hey, I'm not saying it wasn't a good churn, all right? It was an incredible churn.
Oh, he inputs 66 DPs in 45 frames.
Just
I
going
respect
at
that.
it.
That's what I do. Come on, man. I'm playing on cross-up so I can input DPs faster. I have one decision to make.
You just have a button at the top to be able to do it?
It's just which direction am I DP? That is 2-0. TiredMage continuing the trek on. Appetizer has been close. Hasn't quite been able to close most of these, man.
Unfortunately, the RNG has kind of been screwing him over. His own items are doing him in. You're noticing that banana peel that he landed on after that little situation, the bombs blowing him up in the first game.
Faust is a heavily buffed character compared to what he was, but still has some struggles here. And I mean, Soul is one of the best characters at being able to fight those out.
Yeah, and there's that clean hit DP combo already about 60% HP gone on Faust's side.
Just counter hit, straight into.
Oh, it's going to push him right back into the minions.
He did dash up DP again, knowing he had the minions on his back.
And doesn't even go for anything fancy, just immediately going into TK DP to get that clean hit.
6P, Mini Faust goes for the OTG, doesn't get anything afterwards. Mix is actually answered straight away. TiredMage pushes them back to the corner.
Yeah, and using that 5K run cancel on the 5K again to swap sides to make sure that they kept the corner there. Oh, Faust has the Afro install, but he's not going to live to get the chance to see it. And that's it. TiredMage takes it 3-0 over Appetizer.
Dude, and I mean, I see people in the chat talking about him in the chat.
Of course, Gunflame is going to be a key factor in killing Little Eddie here. Immediately, round start, rushing in. Pressing that offense. And Vinny G trying to get something started with these far slashes. In the very first Gunflame, Vinny G immediately answers with Drunken Shade.
That's a 5K though, to try and juggle that. It's actually a missed opportunity, and now trying to bait the burst out there. Float, not going to give it to him, and actually gets Vinny's.
And there we go. Vinny finally gets Lord Float's burst. And that pushes all the way back to mid-screen. Fully charged, just catching the backdash. This is going to be devastating, but drops the combo.
Dropping the combo is so crucial there, but still able to continue to press the advantage. Push to the corner. The DP had to have been an accident there.
Yep, and that didn't have little Eddie out to make sure that that was death.
Oh. He tried to reset, and while I love the reset attempt, Vinny is mashing that backdash.
Just hitting that macro. Vinny G loves to start off these rounds with that GP from Zato. Works out in his favor here and gets the early wall break.
Marcellus actually gets counter hit from max distance there. Good from Float.
Yeah, I'm able to pick up too, landing with that bandit revolver and immediately continuing the combo.
Smart from Float though to know that drill first there is not real, and it's able to get the punish with the 5K whiff.
Yeah, the slowdown of the PRC messed up his combo just a little bit.
Continuing so hard to try and bait this burst. Oppose, jumps over it.
All right, little Eddie is dead, but there's the 6P. Lord Float had to burst there. Keep this momentum going. Great defense there from Vinny G, but you can only block for so long. He gets clipped by the 2K.
Yeah. 6S afterwards, really good to pressure out Vinny G. Round start has been winning out for the most part here. Yeah, just like that. Already pressed into the corner, and Oppose represents so much damage, but Lord Float straight back into it. Wake up 2P.
Yeah, when Vinny G puts you into the corner, when any Zato player puts you into the corner, they love to drop Oppose. It stops you from fighting your way out. It just gives them even more license to mix you up or go for that command throw.
And just so you, as like a notice, he went for the PRC there because he had already input breaking the wall, was trying to cancel out of it without overcommitting.
2S there to take out Lil Eddie. But gets caught by the Drunken Shade. All right, good delayed burst there from Vinny G, not immediately throwing out. Lord Float was ready for it.
For the Vortex there, there's the counter hit. The super should be enough.
Yeah, he tried to wake up DP, but Vinny had the awareness to already have Oppose out for the punish.
I mean, that's another case of Float doing a great job of, I guess Float knows really well when to reversal, and since Vinny has been, you know that Vinny's been watching the matches, he's seen that Float does not pull those out too often, so he's only doing it at places where the risk reward is pretty decent for him.
Yeah, and Oppose is already just an incredibly strong Oki option against really any character. It stops them from doing really anything on Wake Up. You just get to run your Oki for free. If they try to do Wake Up reversal, Oppose is going to stuff it, and then you're going to get that punish, which we just saw right there. So Vinny G up 1 now, going into our second game.
Duel
Nice, we'll see
one.
if Float.
Let's rock.
Round start, just looks for 2S. Like the idea a lot. Gets the counter hit. It's a huge confirm already to the corner.
Yeah, Flo has been putting in a lot of work with that 2S tonight, showing that it's an incredibly strong button for Soul when used correctly. But Vinny G already fighting back here. And tossed into the corner.
Amazing structure there from Float. He goes for the PRC, actually. PRC so early.
Yeah, I think he might have been going for the throw OS. Again, you see, just throwing out Oppose on those OP situations.
2K, and then the trade again. Float is showing that he knows where the gaps are too. Vinny needs to stick to either more airtight things or do it from farther away. But Float is very consistently been able to punish Eddie in so many of these situations.
Oh, the gold burst too.
Continuing the pressure in, jumps forward, fully charged D. He doesn't super though.
Looks like it might have been an missed input there.
PRC both of them whip. Oh, dude.
Hive Mind.
And 6H to whiff punish from that distance. Float, what a committal option there. With the amount of meter Vinny has, if he connects with him, they're going to the corner, the wall is breaking, and he's going to have advantage again. But Float knows that he's safe at that point.
Yeah, worked out in his favor there. And now we're already 1-1 in our first game of top 8 here on the winner's side. That game, Lord Float turned around. It was all Lord Float. He made the adjustments, kept the pressure up, was killing Eddie in key situations, and was just able to run with it. So now we're going to see what kind of adjustments Vinny G is going to have to make here.
Okay, Vinny's got a couple things he needs to do here. Most of it, honestly, is just that I guess a lot of it is just spacing yourself out to where the hits aren't as unmanageable. Float is finding again, he's only swinging hard on things that he knows the risk reward is heavily in his favor. So Vinny either needs to do a better job of managing that risk reward or just opt out of the situations here. This was an anti-air 5K. What happened?
50% HP is what happened. That is so bad guy for you. They don't call him the bad guy for nothing.
DP, Vinny continuing to get pressured here, dashes up, dude, the far slash into the 2K. So much mileage from Float all day with that.
Had all these trades were just in Soul's favor here. Gonna go ahead and throw out the sword to keep the pressure going. DPs through Eddie to kill little Eddie and immediately runs up to start the pressure.
Time to stuff though, and I love the little FD break there just to make sure in case the burst came out early. Just good practice there.
For sure, but good stuff on Vinny holding it, not trying to be a hero.
Drills easily avoided with the JD. Continues to press him out. What a 6P.
Yeah, Lord Float charging that bandit bringer just a little too long, giving Vinny enough time to react.
No burst there from Vinny. Lord Float continuing to block here with Eddie.
Oh, you cannot burst Frog! And you tries to go for a fancy fly combo because little Eddie was gone. Unfortunately, drops it.
A little bit of damage down. Got one hit, doesn't get the full confirm.
Eddie is gone again, but immediately back. Enemy gauge fills so fast. That is your key chance to get in when it's gone.
Yeah, just making sure you're always unsummoning when you can. Here comes the snow. Doesn't even need the super there. Even rounds again. This round is going to decide so much of the momentum of this set.
And Vinny G is sitting on burst. That is a great bonus to have at the start of this round.
So many times, all these punishes are coming through, and Lord Float is trying so hard to bait the burst. Oh, here comes the Fafnirs.
And Vinny G gets the gold burst there and the counter hit, sitting on all this meter.
Drop the combo, though. That was the crucial combo. He's going to be able to potentially kill him off of a two-touch situation there. But now, Lord Float back in control. One more touch.
PRCs to get out of the corner with the super dash. Oh, picks up after the frog with the 2S, but unfortunately runs out of Eddie gauge before he can get it, and the OTG is going to take that. Lord Float up 2-1 against Vinny G here.
Yeah, Vinny just didn't get enough mileage off of his touches there. Again, in that last situation, I mean, Lord Float was able to find half damage on an anti-air 5K, and he's been so consistent with the combos.
Yeah, and a lot of Vinny G's combos there, he wasn't able to get the full conversions on his combos because towards the end of them, he was running out of Eddie meter. He was overextending with Eddie just a little too much that he wasn't able to really finish him off. And that really came back to bite him. But now we're going to have to see the adjustments. One thing, Vinny needs to really, really focus on not overusing Eddie. And what I mean by that is he's using him a little too much that when he finally gets those confirms, he can't finish them because Eddie's gone. And then he allows Lord Float to wake up off of a fast tech situation and immediately get back into the fight.
Oh no, 6S opening this up. This should be a wall break already. No. Back block, gold burst from Vinny. We've seen him pretty consistently gold burst on that situation.
And there we go, just spending all the Eddie meter to get into the corner, but there's the burst from Lord Float.
Got dash cancel, plenty of meter. Got the wild throw and had RC if he needed it.
Didn't even have to.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Round start backdash appears.
Okay, after the pose, no Eddie to follow up, and he knew the command throw was coming. I mean, that was just a percentage play there from Vinny.
And Vinny seems a little lost right now. Lord Float is just dominating in the offense here.
Command throw, RC.
As I say that, Vinny's starting to show some life now. Getting the counter hit 2S gives him just enough time to get Eddie back. This is a big pickup. Is he going to build enough meter to super? Not quite, unfortunately, so had to go for the 6H wall break. He just needs one more touch.
Invasion there, 5K. Vinny is able to backdash it. Backdash beats so many of the options there from Float. A great call from Vinny.
All right, this round is incredibly key for Vinny. You do not want to... I mean, this is match point here. Vinny has to take this to stay alive.
Oh, it looks like he's doing just that. Burst comes through, though.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to go for the burst bait, but unfortunately just pulled back fast enough.
That overhead, you're just working so well on so many players tonight. You tapping that 5D is all you need.
And there's the Amorphous to break the wall. He knows Eddie is going to come back in time. All right, Eddie is gone. Spends the meter on Amorphous to take this, and we are going to our final game.
Yeah, after the opposed connects there, regardless of Eddie gauge, is an easy finish. 2S, 2H Amorphous is very consistent to be able to close that out in the end.
And this is exactly how you want to see your first set of top 8 winners go to the final game. We love to see it. Both these players so incredibly strong, such a back and forth matchup here. The adjustments on both sides. Vinny, that time, was able to finally manage Eddie enough so he could finish off his combos, get those wall breaks, and have just enough meter at the end to get those supers. And that really decided it for him.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of fixed the issue of what you said. It doesn't matter if you don't have Eddie to be able to confirm the damage at the end. If you could just go Sword, if you can just go Amorphous, if you can do something that resets the situation. Now, here we go. Final game here. Round start. Vinny has been swinging at round start quite a lot. Honestly, I would be so... The 2D round start from Lord Float, and I'm jumping out the window.
Or 5H. Either one of those is terrifying.
Oh, he tried to 6B. Okay, so he's recognizing where Vinny's starting to swing, though. So Float is already showing great adaptations to that last game.
All right, great burst point there, too, from Vinny G. Bursting on the first hit of the Bandit Revolver.
5K connected, but couldn't get a follow-up. Gunflame baiting out the 6P. Getting the hit, though.
Yeah, not able to really confirm off of that counter hit Gunflame.
He's starting to mash on defense a lot, and Float is punishing him so heavily for that. That is 2S to break Eddie with a follow-up.
And the corner carry on that, too. Here's the pickup with the 5K. Lord Float's 5Ks are immaculate. He is able to convert so much off of them no matter where he hits it. What did he just drunkard shade there? Did he drunkard shade 6S?
Looked like it, and he's able to get the air throw. Oh no. Oh,
Breaking
what a
the
punish.
wall underneath.
You know, look for the 6S. Nice defense and great spacing to go for Pierce afterwards.
Oh, misses with the 2H, but that's all right. Still able to keep the pressure up. Little Eddie is back. Was expecting the Gunflame after the 6S as a very common situation. It makes sense why he would do that. Wow, Bandit Bringers the Frog straight in the air. Fully charged 5 dust. He has to burst, so this is death. There it is.
It's going to burst really late there. A lot of unnecessary damage. And that is going to link, dude. Lord Float is going to move on the winner's side over Vinny G, and I'm thoroughly impressed.
The Guilty Gear lore session catches after the stream.
5K, okay. Good extensions there. MacsSama, early advantage.
Yeah, MacsSama putting on the pain now. MacsSama is in the red and TiredMage is in the orange.
Break the wall there. Bar slash continuation.
The super jump right at that ground start situation there.
Counter hit him after backdashing the Beyblade there. Really unfortunate situation to have a good read on the backdash and get punished straight away for it.
I like that the attempt at PRCing the Beyblade to pick up with the 2S 5H.
TiredMage's blood bar though. Doesn't have a lot of Fukios on deck. He's not going to be able to burst here. Yeah.
Gets him, catches him trying to press. Oh, he immediately. Oh, gets tossed into the corner. There we go.
Fukio again just trying to raise that blood gauge. Got with the DP, bursted out MacsSama.
All right, MacsSama needs to be careful. Both these guys sitting at level 3 blood. There's the pickup. Unfortunately, drops the 5K conversion, but that's okay. He's going to dash forward super and take this round.
Taking the round. That's going to be game 1 here for MacsSama.
Yeah, already. Blink and you miss it. That's the Nagoriyuki match.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of these are coming off of really spot. Shouts to Pink, by the way. I see you coming through with the follow. Pink is one of my Valorant homies. Playing with him and Graham stuff.
Oh, you got the Valorant crowd coming in.
Dude, I completely lost where I was at. A lot of that was coming off of MacsSama just winning neutral with like 5K. Like 5K anti-air counter hit combos into itself. You just get to do like far slash Fukio and just get to run your game.
Yeah, you saw TiredMage was being very airborne. Very airborne, which you don't normally see in this mirror match a lot. Nagoriyuki, generally a grounded character, has no reason to go into the air unless it's in specific matchups. So that definitely came back to bite him.
It can be a nice mix-up, though, in certain situations. Like you saw TiredMage, one of his first hits was a big counter hit jumping, going for the jumping H. The far slash, spacing himself out where MacsSama's blood gauge in the perfect place right now for the mirror.
There's the 5H, 2-5H, that combos the OTG. DRC's the bite. Oh, here's the blood pop. Super jump forward. But TiredMage does not have the meter to do anything with it.
Oh, what a spacing there, TiredMage.
Into super, pops the blood.
Uh-oh.
Instant air. Instant air, but didn't pop.
Oh
wow,
my
okay.
God, the wire sees too
Okay.
far and he supers immediately.
That was scrambly as hell, but that man just got batted out of the park,
Wow.
okay?
Yeah, we say swing for the fences a lot, but that's the first time I've ever literally seen a 650 yards.
Oh, BRC forward to catch him in the recovery of his backdash by biting him. And pop! TiredMage is just popping constantly. That's 2 in a row now. And using the invincibility of putting the mask on to catch him mid-button press at 6B.
The counter hit, bursts out of it. BRC backwards. Oh, that was big dreams there from Mac. I like the idea, because if he BRCs backwards there and has baited out a button from TiredMage or like a Fukio without the clone, he actually could probably blow him up for it. So a really educated decision on Mac's part, but unfortunately TiredMage was not closing that gap.
I actually do like how from a viewing perspective, it does seem like TiredMage is popping on purpose.
It actually, I think a lot of
he
it is that he's just threatening bite and then not going for it and trying to maximize damage is what it looks like.
Yeah, because if you're able to pop right next to them and get that advantage, that's a very scary situation to be in.
It really
Because the
is.
next, if you guess wrong in the next interaction, you're pretty much dead. So I like how TiredMage is using Blood Rage in this matchup.
Far S Fukio, 2K afterwards. TiredMage pressing the advantage. Mac counter pokes out. Back to neutral, full screen.
He shouts Urikov for the 100 bits cheer.
Yurikov, I love you, bro. I hope you're gonna be a CEO. Drinks on me if I see you, Yurikov.
RCs to keep the pressure going. Fukio backwards. Take a little bit of space. OTG.
Bro.
And no Fukio after the 2H. Probably thought he was out of range, but... BRC tries to bite.
He was already backdashing though. Unfortunate for MacsSama. This should be a punish. Tried to bait the burst. TiredMage.
Yep, there's
Bro,
the chip.
the no burst from TiredMage there is the stuff of legends.
Holding
Oh
on
my
to that.
God.
A lesser man would have burst.
2H, not gonna happen. Triple foot. You see how many teleports he squeezed in there?
He's moving. And there's another bite with the tick grab.
Continuing to land these, and now has gone from popping on purpose to seemingly playing the sickest grappler we've ever seen.
Well, now that he's shown that he's willing to pop, TiredMage has to be ready for that, so he's not expecting the bites as much. Or sorry, excuse me, MacsSama is not expecting the bites as much. There's the OTG. And these matches are so fast.
Love that backdash. Pop, gonna be punished. Oh, this time he does burst.
We have to be careful. Wow, just pressing. PRC to pick up. We're gonna go all the way to the corner. Just needs one more touch here.
Oh, it's able to cut through the clone. And the most important part about that is if Mac doesn't take the time, like the full 1 second in game to walk forward there, he hits the clone and not TiredMage there, and he almost certainly gets whiff punished for death. That was so, like, such an important little piece of movement there. Not a dash, not a run, the little meander forward.
Yeah, perfect spacing. And that shows these guys are top-level Nagoriyuki players. Yeah. It's those little moments like that that absolutely decide these games.
Are these guys playing on a keyboard? I mean, a keyboard is essentially just a hitbox that's not a hitbox. There's a lot of really great keyboard players.
There's the Mixbox, which is
that
a hitbox
too.
but with keyboard.
2S trading out. MacsSama gets the better of that. Gets the burst from TiredMage and a follow-up.
swinging with these big buttons here. MacsSama with a little bit more advantage. His buttons are a little longer, but now they're both at level 3, and there's the bite.
Oh, finally we see Wake Up Super here.
That's the first Wake Up Super all night.
It's scary because I think he's broken the seal now. Because TiredMage is another player that we've seen is not afraid to go for things like that.
And when the 4th Angel broke the scroll.
Oh, come on, dude.
Come and see.
DP straight away. Mac is threatening set point now here against TiredMage.
Well, Nagoriyuki mine.
Very plus from that distance. Gotta be careful.
Oh, backdashing on the bite. There's the counter hit. Full-on conversion here, all the way into the corner, using that, oh, there we go. Yeah, using these Fukios to effectively space and create frame traps, and there is the bite from TiredMage, staying alive.
Has burst available too. Both of them, that's backwards at the start, whiff from TiredMage, still okay though.
And MacsSama doing an incredible job at backdashing all of these bite attempts. And there's the massive counter hit. Has the meter, but doesn't spend it. Wants to keep it for more pressure or the next conversion.
2H though, TiredMage will close it out here soon.
Oh, I like that whiff punish attempt, just a little too far away.
R/slash Nafar heavy. Love the spacing there. Burst is available for TiredMage. Gotta be careful. He's gonna look for a gold burst. There's no reason not to.
The backdash too, and there's the burst to keep the corner. You have to expect the burst in the next hit too.
Continuing to apply so much safe pressure here. Goes for the Beyblade Wake Up. Dashes forward, pushed away by the burst.
And MacsSama pops on his own here. Both players going for the same exact idea.
PRC is D-Tex! Oh, no. And the clash comes through. TiredMage is going to take it to a decisive Game 5.
Both these players trying to decide the top Nagoriyuki here.
Dude, Lena the Troll coming through with a $25 contribution to the match arena. Lena, thank you so much for that support as always. Lena is one of the staff members here at TNS, always making sure these brackets run so smoothly. So if you guys ever have any nice things to say about how the events are run, Lena is one of the key pieces that makes that work. So guys, make sure you give some love to Lena. Thank you so much for that. You already do so much,
always. I know, and then they just throw in the money into the pot too. Man, this pot is looking buff tonight. I'm sure we still got some codes in there, so exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. Let's finish up those codes, guys.
Let's finish up this set here. MacsSama, we go forward. Actually gets the counter hit. It looked like it was the same frame, but Mac is able to take it.
Now that was a Mexican standoff draw right there.
R/slash ones, good whiff punish. This just so much damage.
2S at the start, both trading. There's the 5H, yep, to the 6H, of course.
TiredMage choosing not to burst there. Here we go into what could be the final round. Brown start. Big trade and TiredMage, no hesitation. He who shoots first. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Yeah, who knows? Some obscure thing, you know. But here we go. MacsSama starting to showing some life, pushing back. And there's the bite. This could be devastating here.
Mac is on skates right now, just being so aggressive. Whiff punishing with a 2H.
And there's the RC to keep the pressure. Look at this, just teleporting everywhere. BRC
no,
back.
BRC backwards. He's too far. He's too far. He's too far. No, it hits.
Just enough. He's going to get a bit of an Oki situation on here, too.
50 meter.
Fukio forward. No, throws the clone. Catches the backdash with the 2S.
Mac might burst here. It'd be scary, but you might want to. No, he's gonna get chipped out by the DP. The final round here. Max resources for both players.
And again, both players going for the same thing, but TiredMage just a little quicker on the draw. All right, MacsSama pushing TiredMage into the corner. TiredMage does have burst, and there's the backdash on the bite. Gonna get the full conversion.
Both of them so incredible at avoiding these command grab attempts. Fukios forward again, the BRC, that's a punish.
Yep, BRC giving more slowdown, allowing for combos that aren't usually possible there.
Oh, they invuln each other with the 6B backdashes. He's able to stay out of the bite. Looks for the 2S again. Nice block on the Beyblade, but again, no follow-up. TiredMage still has burst, so he's not coming up for air.
And that's going to be it. TiredMage bringing it back. and taking it moving forward.
Oh my god, so many layers to that in the end. Millia is a character who excels at movement in the air. Mei is the one true guardian of the skies when it comes to these aerial normals.
But it already looks like ZenMan's knocking Mei out, taking the skies for herself. And that's already a quick, almost 50% HP. But yeah, like you were saying, absolutely, Millia has the best air mobility in the game. She really, you know, is like the queen of the skies. But, of course, on the other end, Mei, the strongest air buttons in the game. It's going to really come down to decide how much Maigo can not only withstand this absolute onslaught of a storm that ZenMan is throwing at him, but if he can, if he's effectively able to shut down Millia's air approaches.
Yeah, because it seems like it's going to come out to just about even here because they're so good at dealing with each other's tools. I mean, it's coming across that way early in the game. ZenMan does have the advantage here.
And you saw that Maigo was going for that 6H while Millia was in the air. That 6H has such a very large arc, trying to catch Millia, almost like a giant fly swatter.
Put himself back in the corner here. Look for the 5D. No, the answer from ZenMan.
Picking up with the dash forward and going for the very meaty hair car.
Just blocked there, but unfortunately doesn't get anything for it. ZenMan goes for the overhead.
Yep, 6K now combos into Lust Shaker.
I think that JD to get as much real estate as he can. Look for that next hit. Able to be evasive.
Yep, up Dolphin going over the 2K.
Oh, no swing after the up Dolphin though. Blocking those on the ground. Maigo should be able to take a bigger advantage off of that.
Great run blocking. FD breaking.
Oh my
here from
god,
ZenMan.
the flash kick! The porpoise flash kick from Mei.
All running up and stuffing the porpoise flash kick this time.
Okay, something heavy, pushed all the way to the corner, went for the 5P into the dash up. Coming off the double overhead. He's able to get the burst out of Maigo.
Oh, trying to go for an instant JH, but Maigo jumping too along with it. Staying just above it. And this close slash stagger pressure here. Double overhead. It goes for a triple overhead into Lust Shaker.
Situation there, Maigo. If you make him block that upward dolphin on the ground, you can take a huge advantage there. ZenMan not doing a lot to be able to stop it.
Yeah, and you're noticing ZenMan is doing really well at FD breaking, approaching, and trying to get those dolphins to come out and block them. Ooh, and there's the fast fall straight into throw. We're going to drop the disc. Blocks the YRC. Great awareness there. And ZenMan is going to take the first game.
Yeah, as ZenMan, once you go for the mix-up there, as you land, no real rush to go for the secondary part of that mix-up. You can bait out the YRC pretty effectively by just slowing it down a hair. And that is a hard thing for Millia, is not in the sense that Millia can't slow it down, but it's very hard when you're playing a character who excels at going fast, at knowing when to let off the gas a little bit, right? I mean, even these Formula 1 cars, sometimes you have to let off the gas to make these corners, dude. It's the same thing with Millia.
Yeah, you don't want to go headfirst into the wall.
Oh, it's important. It's really knowing when to slow down to more effectively speed up later is an art form that is like really tough to deal with. And ZenMan has shown pretty good discipline of it.
Yeah, for sure. You see it in the absolute best players that play these characters.
Let's rock.
ZenMan is also doing a really good job at maintaining and controlling the sky. Maigo's not really able to knock them out of it and challenge it. And there's the early burst to get out of the corner. That OTG would have done a pretty decent chunk of damage.
Love that punish. That was an aerial punish on a 6P there. Only with Mei can you space yourself that well.
There we go. Goes for the overhead option this time and gets the wall break with the fully charged 5D. Millia about to have a 100-meter real quick.
Yeah, being able to have heavy movement, get forward. Nice. Okay, YRC's a great choice there to get Mei out. ZenMan, this round is so important now. Now that both bursts off the table, he's able to avoid it and punish.
Using that Capel right at the tip to give himself just an extra bit of height to get over the super.
FD, tap 5D from Maigo again is able to connect. We've seen it so many times. Tap 5D and then lets the upward dolphin just rip afterwards.
Yeah, utilizing it as a frame track in itself.
Anti-air, try to go for the instant overhead. Jumping H again, double dolphin. Damage starting to add up here. What a whiff punish.
Fastball to get out of the corner. Counter hit rising JS. That's going to be a full conversion into Bad Moon wall break. Look at that damage.
Kind of lucky that Bad Moon broke that high in the air. That didn't hit the ground. Let's see that well. Nice attempt at the 5H.
PRC after the whiff on the JP.
Yeah, PRC up just to make sure no funny business. Punish on Terracar. A couple attempts at a burst bait there. Able to come through. ZenMan's going to hold on to it. 50 meters, spends it early.
Yeah, the counter hit there on Terracar. Going to go into a full conversion again. This time, it doesn't break the wall. But that's kind of in Millia's favor there. Keep that pressure going.
Maigo bursting on this round, and now this might come back to bite him. Maigo bursting there, but ZenMan, a great position to make this comeback here. Max resources for ZenMan.
Oh, counter hit. That trade definitely in May's favor. Had to burst out. That would have been an absolutely insane amount of damage.
Every single hit has just been the same situation in the fully charged 5D. Maigo said, I don't really need the burst, to be completely honest with you.
No.
Oh my god.
And that was an absolutely fast round.
Yeah, it was
a little too fast.
That was really, really back and forth the entire time, that game. Really just a grinder of a matchup at every point. And Maigo said, I'm done playing. I'm finished. I don't want to do this anymore. 5H only.
Yeah, we talk about a lot of the, like Nagoriyuki versus Chipp. You get hit once, you explode. This is almost kind of like a lesser version of it, If May hits Millia, she explodes. Not quite as hard, but she does. And that anchor just acting, like I said before, as a giant fly swatter, trying to catch this bug that is Millia zooming around the screen. It is such an interesting matchup to watch about how both these players are handling it. And they're pretty even so far, as we can see with the 1-1.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Round start 5H. Trying to catch anything. That is like a hitbox of a wall right in front of you.
Yeah, trying really hard to go for big call-outs here. Because, I mean, most of these rounds that Maigo is winning, he's winning off of mostly big commitments. So it's hard to fault them for continuing to go for it here. But ZenMan trying to cash out here on the knockdown. Love the staggered 5Ks.
All right, picking up with the flow slash here, using the fastball to make sure that they get the wall break.
Didn't want a super. Wasn't interested in the extra advantage there at the start. Would rather just have the positive bonus and more meters.
Oh my god, the JH is knocking Millia out of hair card. There's the fast RC into the low. All this pressure, YRC hits it just the tip.
Dash away is actually going to burst here. Maigo again is going to choose to be a hero.
Yep, it's ZenMan still holding on to their burst. Look at that off that one counter hit.
Delayed burst from ZenMan. Also going to try and make the hero play. One more touch will do it. And that trade is clearly in May's favor.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
And now ZenMan is going into the second round with no burst. It's a scary situation to be in, trying to use Capel to mix up again onto the other side.
They have a 5P on the landing of Capel. Maigo showing off a lot of great matchup knowledge there. ZenMan on a good confirm and a better mix-up.
Yeah, crossing's right over to the other side. Blink and you get hit.
One of the problems here for Millia, though, it takes a lot of hits to be able to do it.
And there it is, straight into the wall break. Fully charged 5D to get the most damage that they possibly can. Incredible blocking there on the instant overhead from ZenMan.
Was looking for the 2-8, was pretty close, but couldn't quite get there. No burst this time from Maigo. Final round again.
Yep, and there's the counter hit JS. Putting in work here. Falling JH, the whiff punish there. Millia is such a fast character. You have to be careful about throwing out those big buttons with May, or else you get whiff punished for a wall break at about 40% health.
Yeah, Maigo is one big interaction away from being out of this game here. Still has burst, though. Be careful about the hits. He does find, gets anti-air out of the Dolphin.
Yeah, stuffing, does not want to get tossed. YRC and immediately backing up, trying to get May to overextend just a little bit. Whoa! Galaxy Brain move there with the fast RC in the low off the 5G.
First, though, feedback on the ground. Maigo needs to find something here. Look at the Dolphin, a little too far away. Oh my god, what a counter hit. Look at his life bar. The burst is available, but burst too soon.
You cannot burst 2H. That is the worst possible point to burst in those combos. And yeah, getting hit by a counter hit JD, that is one of May's best starters, you are going to absolutely explode for that.
The hardest part about that, too, is that there's really not, at that point in the combo, there's not a good place to burst. Close slash is incredibly difficult to burst. Up dolphin is near impossible to burst. 2H can't be bursted from most range if you space correctly. At that point, it's hard to actually fault that burst now that I think about it, because that's one of those, everything he does is going to be hard to burst against, so you might as well burst and make them prove they've got it, right?
Yeah,
hard.
Mei is an incredibly difficult character to burst against in general, you know? You have some of these characters with the kind of like built-in burst-safe combos, like Ram. Mei is one of them. It can be very difficult. You kind of have to burst right when the pressure starts.
Well, slash dealt with the 2S afterwards. Double dash, pushed him back.
Yeah, and Maigo immediately bursting to try and keep some momentum going.
Okay, no cancel. Love that. When you see Capel over you, stand still. Just kind of, unless there's a, oh my god, the burst bait.
Oh my god, look at all this damage. Are we going to see a super? No. Oh, it is. No. Okay, still alive.
How dare you burst on my screen?
Look at that, 90% OTG. Yep, and there it is.
Wow.
Maigo is now sitting at match point here, trying to send ZenMan home.
2K into the tick throw. That's how it needs to start here for ZenMan.
Yep, and there's the side switch. We're going to get the wall break. Well, tries the 6P, but gets clipped in the air. Oh my god, another one.
Full flashing the attempt at 2H. Yeah, a little too far there to go for the actual follow-up.
Ooh, rolling through to get the cross-up here. Another cross-up, speaking of. And this should be enough to kill. It is.
Yeah, Bad Moon is just enough here. Must win around here for ZenMan. Maigo, again, trying to close the set out.
Oh, using Capel for that air movement. I really like the way that ZenMan is using Capel to move around the air and get some punishes.
Over. At the attempt.
Oh, using that fast disc as a bit of a poke there.
Well, Shaker does a good amount of the risk gauge, but not real too much to follow up afterwards. Maigo continuing to try and find these air-to-air buttons, but ZenMan off the close slash gonna force the burst.
And there it is, JS. JS is putting in work. There's a really good option here for ZenMan to approach Mei into the air. Double overhead.
Not enough to kill, blocks the standing overhead. 6H whiff punish, jumps over. Maigo one touch away still, even in this situation, and there's the 6P to anti-air, and we are going to a game 5 again here.
Here on our loser side. And this is our first game of the loser side too. We're just getting consistent game 5s. Once you get to this level, I told you guys at the start here, it was going to start to get crazy from here on out.
Yeah, every single time. I mean, that's one of the nice things about these OnLive Strive brackets is at this point in the bracket, in any bracket that you see, all these guys are like top 8, not only just top 8 threats, but they are all threats to win here. So, gonna be close all the way to the end, as always.
And I just absolutely love both the way that these guys are playing. ZenMan is putting in work with that JS. It is really being such a good tool. Probably needs to lean into it just a little bit more to go to these air-to-air situations.
He's doing a good job with it, just spacing out. Honestly, just a great lingering hitbox to be able to have out. Neutral jump after the Dolphin, 6P, nothing afterwards.
Yeah, using that 6P to get the whiff punish on the 5K there.
Great defense there. It's a 2D. Again, Dolphin into fast RC 2D has been money for Maigo.
Yeah, and it's worth spending the meter to get the knockdown and get your offense going. And using Capel there to break the wall, a great amount of damage too. And already sitting on 50 meter, going to build up that 100 real quick. Has burst on deck. This is a very fortunate situation for ZenMan to be in.
Dash backwards, try to go for the 5D, push blocks him away.
Maigo using a YRC of their own. Burst stay alive here. Wants to take this round, but ZenMan's still sitting on burst too.
Yeah, bursting here in the first round I think is a great call. Double overhead, no, not quite. The empty low into the cross-up. ZenMan is starting set point now for the first time.
He didn't have to spend burst, still has burst on deck. I predict we might see an early burst here if Maigo starts to get the lead.
that or a gold burst opportunity potentially. He does a great whiff punish. Be careful about this exact situation. Tries to bait the burst, it doesn't come out.
See, Maigo is expecting that too. Looks like ZenMan is content to hold on to the burst until they absolutely need it. Oh, canceling the dive with Capel. And it hits too. And Capel again has such a very big downward hitbox.
TK Bad Moon finally coming out here in the final stretches.
Yep, using it to break the wall too. You spend the meter to get the confirm, get the meter back from the positive bonus.
Counter hit, try to bait the burst again, nice tech.
Jumps it to contest Air Dolphin. Wake up super, let it rip, that's gonna hit. All right, Maigo has burst back too. And 50 meter, and there's the 50 meters to super dash across the screen with the 5H.
Final round here.
The JH, excuse me, but yes, we are in the final round. You are right.
Up Dolphin answered by the jumping H here. ZenMan. ZenMan hasn't gone for fake this throw yet, so I'm expecting that to be on the menu soon.
This man just reversal up Dolphin, flash Dolphin.
Yeah, of course, why not? He said reversals with porpoise.
Shut up.
Gonna jump over. Make him lock the Dolphin again. Capel gets him out of the corner, forces the burst. Maigo. 50 meter in a dream. Now ZenMan will try and cash out here. Not gonna break the wall, I don't believe. Yeah, one more mix up.
No, dropped it just to get that. Unfortunately, it stuck to the wall and wasn't able to get the confirm. May is sitting on 50 meter here. But this is a great situation for ZenMan. Tries to go for the super dash again. Goes the contestant to the air.
Use that air to air, wire super push for wave. Nothing afterwards.
No! Isn't able to get the 2D. The Dolphin lifted Maigo into the air just a little bit too high.
5D is blocked. Up Dolphin connects. Couple more touches required. He's gonna burst just for momentum. Just doesn't want to deal with it in the 6P. Oh, the 6P.
And there we go, ZenMan. So we're gonna get to our round start situation. Of course, Nagoriyuki's gonna want to press the advantage. But he's playing a little more patiently and backing up. All right, so already Rox is pushed up against the wall. This is not where you want to be as Axel, but he's able to fight his way out. See, he may be in the wall, maybe up against the wall, but he does have a full screen positioning, which is pretty decent for Axel to begin with. But there already, massive counter hit into the 6H. Catches the backdash with the 2S. This is gonna be death right here. Yep, and just like that, that's what happens. Axel versus Nagoriyuki. Axel just has to get hit one time, and it's over. Unironically, over. But now we're gonna have to see if Rox can fight his way out again of the corner. And there it is. Brew already has the awareness that the buff to Shadow Clone goes through Renson, shutting down Rox, throwing it out multiple times. And that's it. This is gonna be a quick game one here. So yeah, that's one important thing. Nagoriyuki's matchup has been improved so much against Axel. The buff to his Shadow Clone, if Axel is mindlessly throwing out Renson, it will go all the way through Renson, counter hit punish, and allow Nagoriyuki to just get in there and get on top of him and devour him. So Rox, pretty much his strongest tool to zone out, he has to think a lot more about how he's going to utilize it.
Yeah, Maigo seems a little cheap, homie. I don't know.
He's incredibly cheap, Tong.
That's wild. I blinked and a character died.
And they buffed him again.
Yeah.
They said he wasn't strong enough. All right, we're gonna go. Brew is already up 1 going into our second game here. Again, see that clone. The clone is so strong. The priority on it has been increased so much. And the speed, too.
Rox has already done more damage right here in the first and second. That's the higher first game.
Oh, there's the gold burst there already from Brew, though. ERCing to get in. Oh, he had to burst there, or else that would have been death. He would have just been dead. The 50 meter on Nago's side. All right, trying to switch it up a little bit and play a little more aggressively. Realize he can't zone him out that well. ERC into a conversion. There it is, the clothesline from Hell. OTG Renson. All right, threatening that run up again. See, there it is, bite. No confirm though. Oh, and he is letting it rip. Yep, gets chipped out. He was either going to chip him out or he was going to pop right there. And popping with 50 meter, it's not the scariest thing when you're right up against them, but here we go. Here's a bite. He's going to start letting it rip. Wake up throw from Rox. That is a Guilty Gear player. And there it is, safe up in the throw again. Big counter hit going straight into the wall. No wall break though, not quite enough. ERC, just close S to keep the pressure going. DPing through the 5P. Oh, good lord. All right, great gold burst there from Rox. He's gonna go for the command throw. Are we gonna see? Yep. Axel Bomber, great burst there from Brew. Just has to let it rip. Unfortunately, you can block one vision. Well, I say unfortunately as an Axel player. And another pop too. 2 pops in 1 round from Brew.
Duel 3.
It seems like if Rox is even out of the corner, he's got a chance.
Yeah, that is pretty much this entire matchup. It is just Rox has to keep Nago out. Axel has absolutely no defensive options. His only reversal is a super, and it's the worst super in the game.
Luckily, Nago's got a lot of offensive options.
Yes.
He is unrelentless right now.
Oh, the clash and gets the counter hit, picks up 2. Yeah, so you're seeing Rox is starting to kind of weave in and out a little bit more now. And now that Nagos blocks the burst, yep, RC's to keep it safe, and Brew's already up 2-0 here against Rox.
I mean, Rox definitely did a lot better in that second game, but it seems like he's finding it difficult to, you know, place buttons anywhere safely. You know, you can almost smell the fear.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about Axel is his buttons are so committal. They have a lot of recovery. They have a lot of startup, too. Just all his buttons just take forever to come out and finish, and none of them are plus on block. Absolutely 0. So every time he presses a button, he has to think about what he's doing. If he tries to throw out a 2H and Nago jumps over it, he explodes. If he throws out a 5P and Nago whiff punishes it, he explodes. It's a very scary situation for Axel to be in. It can be very one-sided if the Axel can get a good read on the Nago, but at this level, it is such a difficult thing for Axel to keep Nago out if the Nago has any clue what they're doing. But they're throwing out the 2H after the Fukio forward, the balls of steel on Rox. All right, picking up with that trade. Remember, if you trade with someone who's in the air while you're on the ground, it's almost always in your favor. PRC forward. Yep, Rox had to PRC there, or else he would have gotten counter hit punished. And one important thing to note is they did add counter hit punish recover on Axel's recovery to his Rensen. So if you can predict Rensen and jump in on him, you're going to get a big reward. All right, Rox is doing a much better job this time, trying to go for the instant overhead, and goes for it a second time, and it lands.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
All right, using the clone and fueling forward to get some pressure in. Hits the Beyblade into the OTG. All right, this is an awful situation to be put in. 5P to catch his jumping buttons. And that's death. And Brew is now sitting on set point here with a perfect on deck too. Rox still has burst, so he's not completely out of it yet. Early bite. This is going to allow Brew to let it rock a little bit more. It's party time.
Yeah, he's already pushing to the corner. It might be over. Oh, until that happens.
Yeah, the burst bait there. You cannot burst through rainwater. But again, just throwing out the Shadow Clone, Fukioing forward, there's not much Rox can do about it. Anything he tries to throw out will get eaten by that buff projectile. And there's the bite. Doesn't RC the bite. Wants to hold on to his meter. Full burst whiffs. Blocks the YRC and punishes with the super, and that's going to be it. No! The super too slow. But he gets the counter hit anyway, and there it is. Brew takes it, sending Rox home with a clean 3-0. Get going. Once you kill him, you press the offensive. Zato is an incredibly weak character when Eddie is dead.
Yeah, we're doing a good job early on, but unfortunately the burst gets baited there.
How does Vinny just know? He just knows when you're going to burst and he breaks the wall right away.
That's the advantage. Continuing with the invite hell, that is going to break the wall here. Brew doing okay on blood gauge though. Has some room to work.
And there's the overhead with the wall breaks.
Yeah, the overhead into the frog is enough to kill Brew. Unfortunately, got on the chin there after the 2S at the end. But good opportunity. Overhead again. Vinny's just leaning into the overhead.
All trying to go for the DP there. The round starts to catch him.
Far S and a far H. The little super dash there from Vinny.
Yep, Dragon Ball player, classic.
Throw with the oppose.
Kept comboing off of it and getting sword to super, knowing that Amorphous is not going to kill.
And now
Smart.
Chipp should be enough here at this point. He's going to be able to do a lot of summoning and unsummoning BRC forward, but it doesn't matter too much here. Again, that is why the sword comes out, but he jumps over.
And little Eddie is gone. But unfortunately, Brew is sitting. Yeah, Brew tried to dash forward to get it.
I love the idea there from Brew. Double dash forward. If he actually gets the bite there and catches Vinny sleeping, that I think is his round to go. Unfortunately, doing the double dash forward there, the other side of the mix-up would have been great. If he had more life, double dash forward there into Gold Burst would have been an incredible way to get meter.
Yeah, but, you know, unfortunately, Vinny was already very vigilant, ready to start pressing. The moment you see Nagoriyuki Fukio, you gotta start hitting those buttons sometimes. Or gotta be at least willing to.
Again, Brew's been very close, though. It's been a lot about, even when he's been able to break Eddie consistently and be able to apply a pressure, it's more just being able to stop Vinny when Eddie is up. He's doing a great job of like I said, pressing when it's already done, but doing the job.
Here again, this familiar round start situation between these two characters. Vinny being a lot more patient this time, just holding down back, not even jumping or pressing anything.
Frog did not get the unsummon here, so no Eddie available for a while.
And there's that 2S. Naga trying to throw out oh my god, gets the big 2H. That's his chance to start pressure. When little Eddie is gone, you have to get in there.
Yeah, just I think a lot of it is he just doesn't want to overcommit into essentially like a backdash or like that invite hell.
Oh, the counter hit immediately had to burst. Vinny wants this round. He's going to be a hero.
Yeah, that standing H unfortunately wasn't quite enough. That super is certainly going to connect.
And that's going to kill, too. Remember, Zato with no guts. He's going to do a ton of damage.
Brew getting hit on the rounds on this one. Especially bring this to 1-1. Find a couple more touches here. Clone into Fukio is always a great option, especially against these characters that love to play that zoning type game.
And that counter hit Beyblade is going to push Vinny all the way into the corner, but he's fighting out with little Eddie here, pushing him all the way coast to coast just with blocking.
Yeah, unfortunately, he had to use his whole gauge for that, but now he is going to get the summon there off the far heavy. Get the connection with the kill too.
The jump over, and that's going to kill little Eddie too. But like we said, Vinny is incredibly efficient with Zato even while Eddie is gone.
The great YRC, nice contest though.
And you see there, incredible stuff there by Vinny. Vinny RCs after a triple P to keep the combo going, just to keep that corner positioning and build up enough time for Eddie to come back.
The 6P interrupt was amazing, and he starts leaning into the close slashes. And he interrupts again, but the 2H. Very close here. Brew is just looking for one more touch. Just has to survive this wave of Eddie. He'll be able to do it, but no, the drills are enough. Vinny, even the rounds up here, dude. There's one more.
Round start 6P, stop for the OTG. Banking everything, cashing out that blood.
Round start continuing to rest, but that's going to be the gold burst there from Vinny.
Dash gold burst.
2H not able to go through the opposed. Oh no, the break, unfortunately.
Look at this damage just off a command throw.
In, baited that out, able to hit Vinny. A little bit of a missed position there from him.
Yeah, he caught him with a JK, and Chipp is the factor. Yep.
That was so amazing from Brew. As soon as he sees Drunkard and he sees him send out Eddie, he Fukios twice just to close the gap. Vinny kind of caught on his own. I mean, having Eddie available is a big deal, but if Eddie is summoned and a full screen from you and he closes the gap on you, it's just like not having Eddie.
Yeah.
It's the same. He said it's the same picture.
It's honestly kind of worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you have to call Eddie back. You can't just summon him.
It's a 1-to-1. Great recognition there from Brew, knowing when to put the foot to the gas, dude.
And that's something we've mentioned all night. You got to know when to ease off the brakes and when to just slam on them. Slam on the gas. But here we are, both guys up 1-1 here. We're going to move on into our next game.
I want to see 2S here at round start from Brew, or something even potentially even more aggressive. Yeah, 6P into the forward, but no, losing out early to Vinny.
Vinny with a recall. Yeah, that's a bad place to burst, and he's going to go ahead and use the command grab, knowing that he did not have any Eddies, so using the command grab to get the damage, keep the corner, and build your Eddy gauge back.
Yeah, 2H to break the wall now. Ooh, looking for the 2H, that's a huge whiff punish.
And there it is, another wall break. Didn't have enough meter to get the super, which would have killed, but that's alright. He's going to build up meter here. Let's use it offensively. Yep, goes ahead and use PRC forward.
With the RC, couldn't follow up though. Vinny is always just mashing 5P anytime he sees that dash forward.
Calculated mashing. Oh, the 5H killing little Eddie here. Great just block there from Vinny. Unfortunately, wasn't ready. Didn't get the throw punish.
Okay, send him out. 5K, very nice. Doesn't press the advantage further though and gets 6P right away from Vinny if this connects.
Vinny is able to block and punish.
Not much of a punish though.
Yeah,
nice blocking the overhead.
There's that gap between tiers, so he wasn't able to really get a combo off of it.
Empty jump low, very smart.
Had to call Eddie back, wasn't able to confirm the combo. There's the gold burst from Brew.
Timing was so good from Brew, and he saw as soon as he goes for that RC, it's the common thing that we see all the time. The RC comes out, it has a hitbox. If the hitbox hits nothing, you know they did something. Yes, Beyblade tried to go for the 6K to wake him up. He's gonna get the drill, and the mix-up, he goes underground.
Yeah, it goes underground and switches sides, so Pierce, he had to block the other way. That is something you're starting to see from Zato players using Breaking the Law to switch sides for the mix-up. There's the counter hit, 5H combos into Sword, right into Frog. We're going up into the wall. No break, but there's the counter hit again.
Hey, working with the second hit of Frog here. Blood gauge still so high here for Brew. Has to be careful about how he manages it. PRC forward is a good attempt, but that 5P, man. Vinny doing so well using his jab to be able to fight off a lot of this offense from Brew, and Brew just gotta find the right spacings here. I think he's pushing buttons at the right timings. It's just being at the right spacing, right? If Vinny is gonna be mashing 5P in situations like that, if you can Fukio from a little bit farther away and he mashes that 5P, that is 2H bait. You can absolutely blow him out for it.
Absolutely. Or even 5H too.
Yeah.
A big counter hit 5H can immediately turn this game around.
Chat, even depending on the spacing, if you just intentionally leave yourself outside of that range, 6P can get it done too.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Patience from both players. And there's that round start 2S. You want to see immediate gold burst into Sword. Vinny wants to push him all the way into the corner and get that offense as early as possible.
Close flash, but no follow-up. That's one thing that Mac was doing incredibly well that we need to see from Brew is he's not checking any of Vinny's places where the pressure is not seamless. A lot of Mac's escapes were from like 2Ps to break Eddie in situations that Vinny was trying to steal the turn.
Yeah, you have to remember, in here specifically, there is a gap where you can hit Eddie. YRC's just a little too far away, isn't able to knock out Eddie.
Oh, very difficult.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Brew Fortunately here, Vinny is actually on set point here. Brew has got to find that momentum.
6H is the clash. Here we go. Frog leave it to the wall. Good burst there from Brew.
Get it out after a pose.
And Vinny is just ready. The moment he sees 2P04, he is constantly pressing 2P or 5P just to get off of me. I want to keep this. This shouldn't hit. It does! He catches the 2S.
All right, blood gauge very high though. Teleport forward once. He does get the hit. Nice bite. It's party time.
And there it is. Gets him with the chip.
Zato absolutely can't, but that's the whole mix. We'll talk about it in between games. That's the mix-up for sure. Oh, got the command throw.
Yeah, throwing up a pose, putting the fear of God into him. And there it is, that fast 5D straight into sword. We're going to get that positive bonus, pushing him a little bit further towards the corner. And look, one block string, you're in the corner. That's something really important to note too that doesn't come up a lot, is that if you break the wall with a... And there it is, Vinny G takes it. With a perfect, too, an exclamation point on it. But like I was saying, if you break the wall with a super...
I think this is a hard one for Nagoriyuki. It's a strict reason that if he gets pressed on, if he starts blocking too many far slashes, if Soul gets the momentum, it can get out of control.
Yeah, I think 6S, you're already seeing it early on, is a very good equalizer here. Nagoriyuki obviously has the range advantage on Soul, but that 6S is Soul's big ticket. Counter hit 6S is, speaking of counter hits, there's a big counter hit 5H. Counter hit 6S is such a great tool for Soul. He's able to catch the start of some of Nagoriyuki's buttons.
But once he's at level 2 blood, it stops being in his favor here. You can't really play footsies with two blood bar Nagoriyuki versus Soul and footsies. Yeah, oh my god, what a read.
Yeah, DPing to pull him into the air for the juggle, and there it is. First round goes to TiredMage here.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Okay, good cancels there.
Yeah, great. See, TiredMage is playing this perfect spacing game against Lord Float. Nago wants to be at that 5H, tip of that 5H range. Soul is obviously very much a bruiser who wants to be inside. So keeping Soul just outside that range, kind of playing almost a bit of a zoning game, is really smart from TiredMage. Perfect, look at that. Waiting for the opportunity for Lord Float to go to the air and QQing out of the corner.
Oh, DP though, 2S for the OTG. What a huge counter hit. Ooh, try to go for the bite. It's crucial. It tries to bait the burst twice in a row. TiredMage is just going to hold on to it. Float is going to even this up.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Well, go forward into nothing, trying to bait out any kind of press. There it is, 5K tick throw.
Bring her out of the corner. Float doing a great job being evasive. TiredMage is gonna have to. TiredMage is probably gonna look for a gold burst here soon. If Float keeps going for staggered pressure, TiredMage is gonna start bursting out of it.
Wow, the pickup with the PRC. Did you see that? How he bounced off the ground?
Blood gauge all the way down to 1 bar. TiredMage has a lot of resources to play with here.
There's the throw.
Yeah, there's that gold burst. You've got to expect that. Gets the bite. Here it comes. He goes for nothing?
Yeah, bites but doesn't RC afterwards. Interesting. That could have been the end there with a wall break.
Oh, too far. There's a counter hit. He bursts. No! The second time that TiredMage has just been dialed into the burst there. Float bursting the second he gets it back. And it was a little too obvious there. TiredMage was so on top of it.
Yeah, that was a very scrambly situation out there where both players right at the end let something drop that could have taken the game. TiredMage not with the RC on the bite, and then Lord Float there not going for the second hit of the Bandit Revolver. Both those so scary, but it worked out for TiredMage in the end.
If there's anything I've learned from watching the amount of Guilty Gear that we watch, it's that in the absolute scrambliest scramble, if you hold your burst, you can almost always catch people trying too hard to bait it.
Absolutely.
So like, you've got to be more careful about when you burst, or just burst very exceptionally late. Like,
I knew that they cannot
Get the burst when they don't expect
I mean,
it.
what's the first thing you're thinking when you're pressing the advantage and you know the other person is nervous? You think they're going to play their strongest defensive option to try and stop being uncomfortable. People play like that when they're uncomfortable, right? Speaking of being uncomfortable, oh my god, dude, 6H.
Yeah, you had to burst on that counter hit 6H. Oh, I like that. Trying to go for the whip punish on the 2H with his own 6H, but unfortunately just didn't space it well enough. All right, Lord Float with the counter hit Faust grabs the Fafnir. Oh, good lord. Just throws him right out of it.
Vandenberger right away to actually hit the backdash at round start from TiredMage. He's starting to throw in some DPs. Float, we would have been praising all day for how patient he had been playing, but dude, the time for strategic patience has passed.
Yeah, and Float able to pick up with the wall bounce. They're running all the way across the screen to get the wall bounce off.
The pace he's imposing on TiredMage.
Straight into super, that's death. No, it isn't! He survives with just a tiny bit of health
Can't
left.
believe he just lost your channel points. Oh no, party time. He dash up nothing.
Oh, backdash, both players sitting on a ton of meter too.
Has to. Yeah, absolutely had to.
No pickup uses the Bandit Revolver to get out of the corner.
He's going to do Bandit Revolver RC. Oh, he's going to go 6S RC instead in the littlest shimmy. Oh, man.
Yeah, catching him with the bar slash.
2S follow-up. Okay. Ooh, dude. Lord Float.
2S to try and keep the pressure, immediately DP, and you know that once they 2S OTG you, they're going to want to Pukio forward into a button. So smart stuff from Lord Float.
Oh, what spacing. Just right outside that range. Gets the 6S and there's the
Blocks
burst.
the burst. No!
Oh, no,
Tries to
Float.
go for a little bit of a fancy combo and drops it.
This is trouble. Has to, oh yeah, TiredMage had to go for the backdash, was trying to press the advantage hard, but the second he got away there, turns it to 1-1 here in winners finals. Lord Float.
All right, we're 1-1 here.
TiredMage said he can't play because of the chat. Oh my god, bro.
Exit it out, TiredMage. What are you
Oh
doing?
my God,
Stop looking at
dude.
them arguing about Nagoriyuki's skin color. Focus on the game.
Oh, dude.
But all right, we're going to jump into it 1-1. Lord Float putting up a great fight here.
He's gonna switch colors. TiredMage on the color swap. He said, I don't want to play the orange one no more. All right.
Yep, we're going to
I
jump
actually
into
really
it.
hope he switched colors. It'd be so
No,
funny.
he keeps it, he keeps it, he keeps it.
That'd have been so funny, bro. All right, 1-1.
The black mask is pretty clean, though.
It's super sick. Orange and black is just a nice color scheme. It's the throw on the punish. Kept him in the corner. 6H anti-air. Stay on the ground.
All the burst to keep the corner there. Clash on the DP, and he immediately run canceled the clash for the punish. Lord Float is playing out of his damn mind right now.
6P into the bite. Party time again here for TiredMage. Close slash. He gets away. Good burst, though.
And RC's just spends 100 meter to finish him off there.
See so many good things happening in a row there. Lord Float had a great start, but couldn't quite close it. TiredMage, 5K seems to be the move.
He's in level 3 blood now, super close to popping. He cannot afford to throw out another special move. So this is TiredMage, I mean, Lord Float's chance to put in some pressure.
It's unblockable?
Just giving him the stanky leg. Watch your toes, we're playing footsies.
Close slash, so the far slash follow-up rather. So much damage and got so much blood back, but now TiredMage is in huge trouble. Has burst though.
Yeah, that 2K just hitting a little too low. Remember, Nagoriyuki is a super heavyweight. You have to adjust your combos for that. And jumping over, baits out the burst a little too hard, but burst himself. Lord Float is still alive here.
But for the RC, it's trying hard to bait it there, and that is a TiredMage classic. Just hold the burst. The threat of the burst is sometimes enough. When you're playing against a player like TiredMage, who's so good at baiting burst and reading the player, you sometimes want to go for it yourself. So that's good self-awareness from TiredMage to know his influence there and hold his burst.
For
But
sure.
now,
And the pop hits the 6S. If Soul did not 6S there, the